You ever meet somebody who's the hero in every story? Ladies and gentlemen, Tony Pizza! Here we go again. Tony Pizza says he ran the whole town. Had $1 million empire before it burned down. Says he knew every boss from coast to coast, but asked for one name, and he started seeing ghosts. Left home young, never looked back. Been living off stories in a worn-out act. Every conversation turns into a show, and somehow he's always the star, don't you know? Claims he was a legend, claims he paid his dues, claims he ran the streets, claims he made the news. But every tale gets bigger every time it's told, like a fish story that's 100 years old. Bigger stories, louder lies, another excuse, another disguise. Every year, a brand new life. Every week, a different guy. Tony Pizza, Tony Pizza. Panhandler, handler, begging for money. Tony Pizza, Tony Pizza. Thinks the whole world owes him something. Dealer on the roof again, yelling at his imaginary friends. Panhandler, handler, shaking down the world for $1. Panhandler, handler, selling stories no one believes. One week he's a boxer, next week he's a spy. Then he's got a spaceship parked somewhere in the sky. Claims he owns casinos, claims he owns the sea. Claims he wrote every hit song from 1983. Same old shirt for a week or two. Still got advice for me and you. Never met a mirror he didn't adore, but reality's knocking at the door. Says don't give to charity, give it all to me. Like he's the king of selfish hypocrisy. No matter the problem, no matter the pain, somehow he finds a way to make it about his gain. Me, me, me. That's the only song he sings. Me, me, me. Like the world revolves around him. No heart, no shame. Everybody else is the one to blame. Tony Pizza, Tony Pizza. Panhandler, handler, begging for money. Tony Pizza, Tony Pizza. Thinks the whole world owes him something. Dealer on the roof again, yelling at his imaginary friends. Panhandler, handler, shaking down the world for $1. Panhandler, handler, selling stories no one believes. Wait, wasn't he a billionaire last week? I thought he owned the moon. No, that was Tuesday. Another story, another claim, another version. Same old game. Run, run, run. When the questions come, run, run, run. He ain't sticking around. Run, run, run. From the truth again. Tony Pizza, Tony Pizza. Panhandler, handler, begging for money. Tony Pizza, Tony Pizza. Thinks the whole world owes him something. Dealer on the roof again, yelling at his imaginary friends. Run, run, run. When reality comes calling. Run, run, run. Hear the fantasy falling. Panhandler, handler. King of the make-believe. Panhandler, handler. Selling stories no one believes. Tony Pizza. The man, the myth. The weekly update. See you next episode.
Yizzo, what's going on, everybody? All right. Sorry it's so late, man. I had to take a nap. I'm just fucking old, you know. I talked to the doctor for half an hour or so, and I came to the conclusion, the devastating conclusion that I'm getting older, you know, and things are not going to get better as far as anything, just in life. They're just going to get worse from here. That's what happens when you get older. It's going to happen to all of us. But I guess I needed to be told by a doctor to realize that. It's like, Doc, why is this happening? You're getting older. Well, what about this? You're getting older. Can you give me medicine for that or something? You slow the aging process down, sir? No, unfortunately, we can't. You motherfucker, you. So here I am. I'm old. I'm bald. I'm short. I'm fat. I'm tired. I'm hungry. And I guess I'm ready to do a show. Oh, George Loveless. Everyone knows that pizza was never in the mob and that he's a proven diddler 100%. Yeah. Hey, listen, I just woke up. I just woke up at 5:45, right? And I was like, well, let me see what's going on. So I was in bed, you know, one eye closed. I put this fucktard's live on. He's live right now. And I'm telling you, he's high. I mean, there is no, holy shit. It just, he doesn't take a breath. FBS, you got the tape from Johnny Mac. You sent the tape to the cops. Go into the email where you sent the tape and upload the tape to your phone, and then you'll have the tape, and you can play the tape, and then it's on to Joey Dime's dish and George Lovelace dad, and it's just like, oh God, he doesn't shut the fuck up, and there's no doubt he's high. This is how I used to be when I would call my mom at like midnight when I was high on cocaine to talk. And I'd keep the poor woman on the phone till like 2:30 in the morning. I never shut the fuck up. This is what's going on with him. He's high as a motherfucking kite. There's no question. And Tony, you could keep saying shit because you say it. Just because you say it doesn't make any of it true. What do you mean, Tony? There's something called the Freedom of Information Act. And I'm sure somebody already looked into this. I guarantee it. Use the FOIA like SoFlo said he was going to do and see where there's a tape. It would tell you there's a tape and then you could get it. Now, if you were to do a FOIA and find out, oh, there was no videos, then you'd say that I was telling the truth all along. See, if I lied about there being a tape from my Blink camera, you could catch me. That's why I wouldn't lie about it, because it would be there for anybody to get a hold of. Anybody. God, he's so fucking nuts. He makes up alternative facts, like Kellyanne Conway said once. Just alternative facts. He just says whatever he wants to say, and then he builds on top of it. Like FBS, you said you could fly. No, I never said I could fly, but he just made it up about me. So FBS, you said you could fly. Pull out your wings. Show us your wings. And if you don't show us your wings, you can't fly, but you said you could fly. Like, Tony, no, you're starting on a lie. I never said I could fly. Therefore, I don't have to show wings because I don't have to prove I wasn't lying about something I never said. Holy shit. Hey, Miss Can't Be Wrong. Dave, what up? Sabrina. Guess you're not eating now, huh? This guy Pizza's really getting monotonous. He has nothing new to say or does anything interesting with this podcast. FBS lives rent free in his head. It's very true. Very true. Thanks for rubbing that in, Pat. I'll probably have a sandwich or something. Hey now. Pizza and his squad of 3 lackeys are so delusional. Imagine the scumbags that follow a lowlife like Pizza. Yeah, for real. Sabrina Merrick, $2. Same shirt for 1 week. Thank you very much, Sabrina. Ronan, pizza is at it again, huh? Damn, why don't he kill some pedophile with a... Jesus Christ, bro. Well, Ronan, I don't know. Because he'd have to himself, because he's the pedo, I guess. Hold on, guys. Or maybe that's what you were getting at. I don't know. Yeah, I got to drink water now. Isn't that great? I went to the doctor too. He's changing all my meds in order to colonoscopy. I'm screwed. Don't do it. It's scary. I won't do it. He asked me. I said, nope. Then they said there's some kit that you could do some shit from home. I was like, send it. I'll do that. Sean is a nut job. He is, John Graham. He's really fucked up. Right now, Pizza is saying, he never said he can fly. Here, I'm just going to put on what he's doing.
Send her something in the mail. Let's call her. Let's do this.
Hold on.
We sent her the clips of you saying these things about her. Jerk off. You're done.
Uh-oh.
Called her and had a pleasant conversation with her. He called her and had a pleasant conversation with her. That's it. She opened.
That was not a pleasant conversation. You can hear the rest of my mother's voice throughout the whole fucking thing. All right? She was in a fucking panic. All right? And she was talking shit.
All right. Sounds like Vinnie Barbarino. All right. Tony. Oh, my God. Tony. He's talking about the call, right? Tony, she's in a panic only. She wasn't in a panic when she was just talking to us. Tony Soflo's a fucking moron. So he brought up the possibility of letting you know about the call. That's when she went into a panic. Tony's so fucked up. She's scared because of him. And he's like, you guys scared her. You scared her by telling her you might find out, I guess. But in the end, it's still just you she's afraid of.
Shit, she didn't even know she was talking about me or my sister. So you got
yes, she did.
Fucked up story to begin with.
Listen to him. He's like a fucking Energizer bunny. He never shuts the fuck up. He goes from one thing to the next thing to the next thing, and it's all nonsense.
He had no business talking to my mother or calling my mother, period. The fact that you called.
It's been fucking years. Get over it, fruitcake. And by the way, did your mom not know she was talking about you when she said, yeah, he's born Sean McCarthy and he changed his name because he didn't like his father?
That 75-year-old lady, you had no right to. You're done. All right? It wasn't a pleasant
all right. You're done, all right?
Conversation. You're a scumbag.
You're a scumbag. Tony, try to do something about it.
Okay? You're a scumbag.
Opened up to us.
I did all this shit to his mother, but when I was close by, he ran like a little bitch.
Because she's lonely and miserable.
No. You're not going to rewrite she opened up to you because she's lonely and my mother's not miserable and my mother's not lonely. She was mourning her husband at the time.
Because of her son. That's it. I never bothered her. I never suggested
what
anybody.
Do you say? What do you say, Miss Campion? What? What about prostate?
Because of her son. That's it. I never bothered her. I never suggested anybody abuse or harass her in any fucking way.
No. You're not going to rewrite she opened up to you because she's lonely and my mother's not miserable and my mother's not lonely.
You're her son. She's miserable. I don't even know you in real life and I'm miserable just because I'm aware of your existence.
Mourning her husband at the time.
Because of her son.
Mourning her husband. It was like 3 fucking years after he died.
That's it. I never bothered her. I never suggested anybody abuse or harass her in any fucking way.
You sure as hell did, and I sure as hell have it on clips.
Well, you should show those clips, Tony. It's only fair. I show clips of you doing shit.
I said once or twice, sure, send her the videos because that's not harassment. You can email somebody something.
No, you can't. No, you can't. You have no business bothering that woman or even sending her clips of anything that I said or anybody else said. Okay? She's not.
Tony. Let me explain something to you. I'm not doing anything to break the law. I never sent your mother anything. You could try to blame me for what Vinnie Adams does or Jim Martin. I don't even know. I mean, I know sort of kind of Vinnie. I don't even know Jim Martin. I don't even know who he is or what he is. Okay? Anybody else that's fucking with you, you seem to think they're all taking orders from me. I can't even get these motherfuckers to help me out when I really do want to hurt another YouTuber. And I don't mean physically. Okay? I mean online. I can't even get help. So believe me, nobody's doing anything for me. I am my own man. And nobody takes orders from me. Okay.
She's got nothing to do with you.
And you called my mother after she died. You can go fuck yourself. Your mom gets no fucking sympathy from anyone. None.
That's harassment. Telecommunication harassment. All right? You had no business bothering my mother. And this is after your phone call. Okay?
You know, I think
he's scared.
If that's harassment, then all of you are
no, believe me, I'm not
guilty of harassing me because you all send me clips and shit. Okay? It's not. You can send some.
No. You are friends with those people. You You control those people.
Hey, now your genius thumbnail. Yeah, I'm assuming
they all answer to you, so they're all sending you clips.
There's not a single person here who asks me for or for permission for who. How am I? How could they? What do you mean? What do you think this is? The mafia? It's just a bunch of people and me. That's it. The fuck?
Because you demand them to.
Yeah.
And then you tell them to send them to my mother.
Yeah.
Okay. See, keep on talking, asshole.
I also got a video of Johnny Mac beating me up in 22 seconds. Yeah, whatever you say, fuckface. See what I mean? He tells himself a lie, and then he tries to convince everybody else why it's true. He's just like, Tony's been blaming me for everything that's happened to him. You should be in a fucking straitjacket, bro. Seriously. You can't take responsibility for anything. You heard your mother on that fucking call crying hysterically at the thought of you finding out. She talked to us. She didn't cry at any other point. And still, somehow, we attacked her. Okay.
Buddy, something. If you're threatening her, if you're doing shit like that, that's a different story. Okay, but...
Okay, leave it a message like, we're coming to Florida to kill your son. Don't worry, nobody's going to hurt you.
No, Tony, if there was a message like that, you would have played it. You are full of shit. That did not happen, or you would have played it, period, the end. You keep telling me to pull some fucking imaginary tape out of my ass of Johnny Mac whipping my ass in 22 seconds, right? Like as if it even exists. But you're telling us you have something and you won't provide it for us. You won't show it to us. You're so full of shit. And by the way, if somebody did that, I'll give you $1 million fucking if you could somehow tie it back to me, jackass. You can't. I don't know who the fuck calls your mother, and I don't care. Fuck you. You did everything in your power to make shit like this happen to you. You deserve it, and so does she.
That's a nice thing to say to an 80-year-old widow. And we got it.
And you know what makes you so fucking stupid, Tony, is you keep throwing your mom in the fucking middle of all this. If you didn't show yourself at your fucking mother's the other day while you secretly recorded her, we would still think she doesn't even talk to you. But then you got to show her, hey, let me show everybody that my mom is being real good to me. So then they harass the fuck out of her for that very reason, you dummy. There's people here that hate you. There's people here that want to kill you, that want you dead. Okay, that will do anything they can to get under your skin. There's people on here that will focus on it all day, every fucking day. And you just, hey, here's my mom. My mom's being real nice to me, guys, in case you want to go after her now. Even the other day, the Philadelphian, I put, when I saw your clip, I said, oh my God, he did it to another business. You fucking go to these businesses and you tell everybody how good the food is and you show them what the place is. So then the place gets terrorized. You do this to people. My God, he doesn't understand. He doesn't understand. Like you can't, these things wouldn't happen. How would anybody call any business you don't show them or tell them that you're at? You set these places up to be called, and then when they're called, you use it as a way to say, oh, look what they do to me. Look what a big victim I am. I can't even go to a restaurant without them calling. Oh, my God. Yeah, I'm getting that too, Phil. They ordered that blood test. John Graham, 20 euros if you can match or partial match. That's the second one today. Thank you, John. Now, I'm not one to ask for donations, but John just asked if you guys could match. And I'm just letting you know, even though I don't ask for donations anymore, man, would it be great? Some super chats and stuff. Sheesh. I probably wouldn't have to do a politics show after this if that were to happen, because chances are I wouldn't make any money on that anyway. So just saying, I don't ask for donations. I'm just saying if I did.
Got it. That was you. Mother's Day. That was you.
Tony knows.
Mother's Day, what was me? What did I do on Mother's Day now?
Mother's Day. That was you.
If you're doing shit like that, that's a different story. Okay, but...
Okay, leave it a message like, we're coming to Florida to kill your son. Don't worry. Mother's Day. That was you.
Fuck it, I give up.
Tony knows they're not going to take him seriously under any circumstances. So the only reason I believe maybe his mother went to the police is because he had that thing in his phone, the evidence, whatever the fuck it was, the link to send evidence to the Charlotte County Sheriff's Office. But
no, Dick. They contacted me. And I told them what was going on. And they sent me the link to send them the evidence.
Oh, so in other words, out of nowhere, the police sent you or called you. They just got a hold of you. They said, hey, a little birdie told us some people across the country, all around the country, specifically Pennsylvania, are bothering you. Please send us evidence. Didn't I just say you called your mother? Your mother probably, you had her call the cops because they won't take you seriously. If they called you to get the story from you, it's because your mother called them.
After the fact.
And you had her call them. What is she just going to? She don't even know who we are. How would she do it?
I was listening to him earlier, and it's like, I mean, this motherfucker on his first show this morning, and this is one of the reasons he took it down and won't put it back up. On his show this morning, he was going on and on about, saying stuff to Kaz, your dead daughter. She's a whole, calling it. I'm not even going to repeat it. Saying the most disgusting shit you could ever say.
Let's hear the excuse for this. You could already see his wheels turning.
Not even saying it about a living person. It's just adding major insult to unbelievable injury.
Well, I want the little fuckhead to show up so I can take him apart.
Tony. Oh my God. Let me just do that. And this is why I will never forgive Kaz. I love him, but this was the dumbest thing he could have done ever. Tony, Kaz he's in Long Island, bro. He's nowhere near you. He was never in Florida. I don't know why the fuck he said that. I hate that with a red hot. I told him, bro. I used to tell Balla. He would do the same shit. He would say, I'm in Florida. Or I'm near you. He is in Tampa, but he'd say, I'm near you, Tony, and I just passed by you. And he would make up this shit. And I would have to call him after the show and be like, bro, I hope you're not lying. Because when you say shit like that, you make me look like a liar. Okay? So don't tell. And then he gets to run around and get tough guy points because he knows you're not there, but he gets to pretend he thinks you are and call you out all over the fucking place. Kaz is not in Florida. He wasn't there yesterday. He wasn't there the day before. He wasn't there the day before that. If he was, he would have met you. If he ever says something like that again, I will end the show if I have to, just to check with him to make sure he isn't lying, because that drives me crazy. And now because he did that, you get to tell your 5 people in your chat how you punked Kaz. Goofiest shit in the fucking world. Goofiest shit in the world. Tony, stop it. You did nothing to no one. You didn't think for a second Kaz was there. If you did, you would have ran. Holy shit. I listened to a few minutes of this before I went live just now. It's all he was saying is, I gave him 5 hours yesterday. I waited all fucking day for him. I gave him 9 hours. Meanwhile, yesterday on my first show, I said Kaz is not in Florida. And now he's talking about, I waited 9 hours for Kaz yesterday. You heard me say Kaz isn't in Florida. Sabrina Merrick, $5. Pizza needs to be on the receiving end of the Gemini method. Oh, Sabrina, you are not kidding. Thank you so much for the $5. Thank you so much. Like what? Like what, Dixie? Oh, did I read this? Dixie Lee Ranch, $5. He gatekeeps that poor woman. He makes her nervous. Yes, I feel like I put that up already. Thank you so much, though, Dixie. What? What's wrong with me? I don't know. But anyway. Kaz, I love him to death. Kaz is the best person alive. But when he said that the other day, my first thought was he better be telling the fucking truth, because I already know what's going to happen. Tony's going to, not going to believe Kaz is there, and he's going to run around to all these places and say, look, I challenged Kaz and he didn't show up. And that's exactly what happened. I will never have anybody do that to me ever again. I swear to God, I've had it with that shit. I've had it with that shit.
And I'm listening to him, and I'm listening to him talk about he fucked my mother, and my mother's this, and my mother's that, and it's like, okay, Tony,
I bet your mother Hope over my dishwasher in the IHOP in Shillington, PA. This is before you were born. She was a waitress before she was a fucking hooker.
My mom lived in fucking Brooklyn. What are you talking about? And Tony, when you say shit like that, it doesn't matter. It's like a third grader. I fucked your mom last night. Obviously, no, you didn't. I mean, what the fuck? You think those words matter? I mean, when I say shit about your mom, it's true. Gerard is banging her hard as we speak at this very moment. You can't be there just because Gerard is. Gerard and your mother sleep in your own childhood bedroom. Okay, see, at least when I say that, it's true. There's facts to back it up. I have pictures. I showed one yesterday. It was Natalie in bed looking scared, and there was a thing on the wall that said Gerard was here.
All right? I turned her out after I fucked her in her ass.
Yeah, sure you did.
Okay? Your mother became a hooker after that.
Yeah.
I freaked her out so bad, she started hitting the crack pipe and working the streets instead of working the IHOP.
Yeah.
Go to the cops. I dare you.
He might be describing that girl he ran away with when Joey Dimes was looking for him in Florida.
Send the cops my way. I'll say, wait a minute. What do you mean? You're telling me I'm bothering this guy too much? Listen to what he has to say. Tony thinks that it's like...
No, it's not about me, jerk off. You and your people keep on harassing my mother.
Fuck your mother, sir.
You and your people have no right to discuss where my mother lives, how much she's worth.
Oh, you said on your video this morning, by the way, you gave my address and stuff. So, I mean, that's what I mean, Tony. Now, everybody knows it. I don't care. But like, say this, some court situation and be like, look, what do you mean? I did this to his mother? What he's doing right there to me? Oh, gotcha. Okay.
What I'm gonna get in my trust fund? You have no business.
You have no trust fund, Tony. If you had it, it couldn't even be called a trust fund. Okay, because you're you, and nobody could ever possibly trust you with a fund of any kind.
Discussing any of that shit on the internet. My mother's address, everything. You're out of your mind. She has nothing to do with this.
Sir.
Just because she's my mother doesn't make it okay for you to fucking...
Yo, you know what I love about this? Tony Pizza, listen to me, man. You know what I love about how triggered you are? For years, you decided to fuck with my family. For years. You started this shit. I have videos of you saying, that wasn't me fucking with you. 2 days ago, you tried to say I came into your thing when you tried to give the old story I started this. I have videos of you saying that that wasn't me, that it was NB. Okay. You started attacking my family before I even started talking about you. Forget about your family. Okay. This is payback. Now you're really bothered. You're really hurting because of this shit. Good. I can't get enough of it. That's what you get. You came after family for years. And now look at you. You're all methed up. You're angry as a motherfucker. You're throwing a fit. You're making up stories. You're lying through your fucking dentures. Okay. And you're on fire, Tony, because now you're getting a taste of your own medicine. Good. Fuck you. And it'll never stop.
Broadcast. And then you try to berate her by saying, Section 8, the fuck out of here. You and your junkie George Loveless.
Then you try to berate her. I'm telling you, I think Tony really believes the word is B-rate, like a B-rate actor. Tony, the word is berate. Okay, you're putting the emphasis on the wrong syllable. Okay, it's berate. They're trying to berate my mother, not berate. Where are you from? Fucking Oklahoma? Those goddamn police are trying to berate my mother. You sound like a fucking asshole. Put the syllables, fuckface. Emphasis. Berate, not berate. All right, I'll calm down. Now, you guys calm down. I'll calm down. That's fair.
Section 8. You're from a Section 8, not my family.
Whoever gets to the...
Yes. Wait, let me read this. Sabrina Merrick, $2. She's on the hub. People can't get their TVs fixed. Yes. Yes, you got a good memory, Sabrina. Tony, there's videos of Gerard banging your mother.
First wins. No, Tony, I told you, even if I flew to Florida and slapped you around, unless I did severe damage to you.
You couldn't slap a 2-year-old.
Well, now that's just being ridiculous. Of course I could. Would I? No, but I could slap you around.
I ain't getting in no trouble. I'll show the cops. I'll show everybody. Look at what this punk motherfucker's been saying about my family. What would you do if you were me? I wouldn't get in no trouble for that. The problem is losing control and really hurting you. You know?
Let's laugh, guys. Come on, let's laugh.
Tony, there's nobody who thinks that I can't hurt you. Nobody, not a single individual. And a minute ago, by the way, he said he's in better shape than me. Tony, I can run fucking circles around you. Don't think because I ran out of breath the other day I fought with your 5 scumbag fucking friends and I didn't run out of breath. I was still able to pull a knife on Ronnie and make those motherfuckers run away. Okay. So me and you, and that's before I started skating every single goddamn day that it's dry. All right. So I'm okay. Believe me, I'm okay.
Really is into himself.
That's the problem. I'm a serial FBS harasser. No, War, you never really bother me, honestly.
War thinks he's funny. Chubsy Ubsy over there thinks he's funny.
But quite honestly, none of you do anymore. I'm just fucking around. Nobody really sends me anything. And the stuff people do send me.
Does Tony ever look at himself and how he's built? I wonder. Even at 200 pounds, Tony, I look better than you. By far. It's not even a competition.
Is the right stuff. I want that shit. You know? Imagine me being a voiceover. But there was a time when
there will be a time when somebody kicks your door in and they take all your fucking gadgets over there.
Yeah, this is definitely going to go that far. Yep, that's what's going to happen. My gadgets are going to get seized. I could see it on the warrant now. What are you searching for? Gadgets. Yeah.
Go through it all.
Are they going to take my magic 8-ball?
Inch fucking files, find all the shit that you've been doing to people, all the emails, all the planning, all the premeditated attacks on innocent people and their businesses.
Premeditated. Oh God.
I was like, oh, imagine me being a voice of reason. That's a first, but you did the right thing, FBS. Thank you, Joey D. Yeah, I'm not gonna fuck.
He did the right thing. He didn't do the right thing because he's only talking about going. He ain't going.
But Dixie, he's live right now, I think, unless he went off. No, he's still live.
And this is all choreographed, of course. You know what I mean? So it looks like, oh yeah, no, I'm not going. You know what I mean? He ain't never coming back down here. Never.
Fuck that, man. Now, I'm not
Tony, let me explain something to you. And love me the way you love Joanne. That's great. Thank you, Ada. Tony, you're talking about Florida. Okay. I think by now, if there's one thing everybody knows about me, other than the fact that I'm fucking awesome, it's that I love Florida. It's taking everything in me not to leave tomorrow to go to Florida. It doesn't matter if you're there, if you're not there. I will always be back in Florida at some point. And never again will it be even several months or a year. It's going to be every fucking couple of months tops until I can live there, until I'm living there permanently. So I will always be back in Florida, always.
If I take a trip to Florida, yeah, I might be tempted to go take a peek, around, but no more special trips for pizza.
Yeah, okay. We believe you.
Yeah, I've only been to Florida, I think 7 or 8 times now in the last 4 years. Yeah, there's definitely 3 years. There's definitely no reason to believe I'll be back in Florida. Yeah, none.
Like I said, he'll do nothing but run to the cops. He's a bit.
Oh, he's the only one that runs to the cops saying that about me. This is the only guy on YouTube that runs to the cops. And he's trying to turn me into him.
Now, this is what I mean. Okay. Now I know you guys think I'm batshit crazy. And you're probably right. Okay. Because all the time I'll ask the question, is he fucking around? Is he serious? I mean, it's to the point where obviously I should just not even pause the video and talk about it because it's so insane and we all know it's insane. But I still got to ask myself, like, is he for real? Like, Tony, are you out of your ever loving fucking mind? Again, that's what I mean by me being crazy. I keep asking if he's crazy. He is, obviously. Tony, you just 2 days ago told us how you were building an entire case on us and said that you have the evidence link. You showed us the link to send evidence. Now, I see he's playing the I didn't call, my mother called card, except in this situation, Tony, even if your mother called, you made her call. You made her. Your mom did. She couldn't have even known about any of this to call the cops. She's not getting messages like you say she is. It's bullshit. Okay? Nobody's doing that to your mother. And if they are, quite frankly, they shouldn't. Okay. Anyway, you on live streams have called the police on me. You've called the police on SoFlo. You did a live stream, which I have, where you talked about calling the district, the chief detective at the York County District Attorney's Office and speaking to him for 53 minutes, which I did not believe until he actually called me and told me, no, he really did talk to you for that long. And even then, all you did was get a file opened on yourself. They're you know, they took down your, they're not worried about me. It's you. You called them telling them you're in the mafia, you dummy. You called the police telling them you're in the mafia and you thought they were going to fuck with me? The fucking cop called me because he was concerned. He's like, I don't know if this guy's dangerous. I said, believe me, he's not. He's not. What do you mean I'm the cop caller and not you? You've called the cops on me probably fucking at least, I'd say 7 to 10 times since May 12th, May 10th, whatever the fuck it was. There's no question about it. None. How does he act like he doesn't call the cop? He can't be serious. I bet you before this video is over, he'll talk about, you know, dealing with the cops on some sort of case against me. I guarantee it. Guys, hit the like button, please. And you know what else? You know, whatever.
And him into me. Shut your fucking pie hole and come down, tough guy.
Oh,
you think you're big time? You'll die big time.
Oh, come on. Carlito's way. You think you're big time? You're going to die big time. Did you really just quote Carlito's way? Him in the fucking movies. I swear to God. Oh, my God. Jesus Christ. He's like Tony Moltisanti with the fucking movies. He just quoted Carlito's fucking way. Do you believe this dipshit? And tried to pull it off like it was his own thing. Like he just came up with that. Oh, God. Tony, I said yesterday I'm not coming. So now you come on here and you're like, come on, show up. Because you know I'm not. All right. Let's see. You never know. Fuck. I might change my mind tonight. Maybe I'll be there tomorrow. We'll see.
Bitch, you know, he's such a bitch that.
Tony, I need you to know this. All right. Let me explain something to you. Or as SoFlo would say, let me explain to you something. Going to Florida for me, like I was looking up a trip a couple of nights ago, maybe even last night. Okay. For the round trip airfare. Right. And the hotel room, if I would have left today, actually, today to Tuesday, the whole trip would have cost me $1,080. Okay. I will die before I'm ever in a position where I don't have that money handy to do whatever I want with that minuscule amount of money. So my point is, anytime I want, I'm not like you, Tony. I don't go, if I make $20 today, it doesn't mean I only have $20. Okay. I'm not like you. Tony goes day by day. I don't. I never did. I still got money saved for my first year on here, probably, you dildo. Okay. So anytime I want, just for shits and giggles, I can go to Florida. Anytime I want. Now, I try not to do that because I'm a married man and I don't want to be taking all kinds of trips by myself without my wife. But if I decide to, I simply can. I will. I'll get up tomorrow. I've already proven that. I'll get up tomorrow and I'll be there.
He drug his mother into this. He dragged her into it. It's like, hey, Mom, you call the cops on these.
No, I did not drag her into it. You dragged her into it. You dragged her into it. I didn't drag her into it.
Yeah.
You dragged her into a scumbag.
Yeah, keep saying it. That makes it true. The more you say it, the more true it becomes, Trump.
And no, I didn't tell her to go to the cops. She called me and said, I had enough. The Vinnie Adams recording was the end of the line.
The end of the loin. Okay, then shut the fuck up about me and go after Vinnie fucking Adams.
Recording that I recorded, that I posted, and it got taken down, and I got struck after that.
Vinnie Adams comes in this chat maybe once every 3 to 6 months, and he'll text me like maybe once every 2 months. That's my involvement with Vinnie Adams.
You had my whole channel taken down. All right? I got the first strike on that Vinnie Adams recording, which I still have. Okay? And my mother still has it in her phone, and the cops have it. Okay?
He got struck for the Vinnie Adams recording? What?
But that's what made her snap. So you can thank Vinnie Adams, but it's all coming back to you.
Yeah, I'm sure it is. Mikey, what's going on, brother? Good to see you. 1999, Matching John. Thank you, Mikey. I appreciate you very, very much. Look at that. Not bad. Chris, did you know I've never done a 302? LOL. I didn't know, but I believe you, John. I thought the only person who never did a 302 was a Tony Pizza, but I'm glad you told me that now. It could have just been you, or it could have just been Tony Pizza and Gregory Scarpa Jr., but I'm glad you didn't do one either. Me neither, by the way.
You see how he's not in my house. He does not have any idea what the fuck he's saying.
You go live from your mother, so we know it's like we know what goes on in every aspect of your life because you can't not go live while you're doing everything you do. You have to go live.
This guy is such a fucking delusional crackhead. He's telling people like he was a fly on the wall. Oh, I made her. I don't make my mother do anything. My mother's her own person. You're harassing her for fucking years. And I got it all. Because she don't know how to delete shit from her phone.
Okay. So?
These people.
Again, Tony, has nothing to do with me. I don't care personally.
That the outcome might be that she gets bothered even more now. You're such a...
See, that's him telling his people to bother her some more.
No, it's not. It's me telling you that every time you put your mother on YouTube, it's going to give people ideas.
That's him right there, dog whistling to bother my mother some more.
I want you to think about Tony's history. Okay? Tony's history is bring his mother into this, tell everybody she gave him $10,000, talk about her constantly, badmouth her, everything else, go after people's families relentlessly. Then somebody calls his mother and he can't believe it. He's shocked. Like, what could make that happen? He calls a woman's job, terrorizes that. I mean, her scumbag Cuban fuckface husband is best friends with this guy now because he don't give a fuck about that fucking Cadillac-sized pig whore. Okay? But he called her job and terrorized her for not days, weeks and weeks. And on 2 different times he did that in 2 different periods of time. Okay? Months apart. He terrorized that fucking woman. Then his mother gets a call and he's like, I can't believe it. These motherfuckers just called my mom. How could they possibly do such a thing? He doesn't understand. Tony, I don't think you have an understanding of cause and effect, fucko. Okay, I don't think you understand. It's just like, let me go to Little Gorge, my favorite restaurant, and tell everybody I just left Little Gorge. It's my favorite restaurant. And then Little Guys gets called and you say, I can't believe this. They just called Little Gorge. Meanwhile, you're telling everybody every single day or any business you show, people call, and then you go and show businesses, and somehow you might possibly be the dumbest motherfucker in the history of the world. You're like I can't believe it. I mean, he'll do a show. He'll be like, guys, they never leave me alone. No matter where I go, if I even show them a business, they're going to dox it. It's fucked up. How could they do that to me? And then he shows us a business. Then he does a live stream after that. And he's like, you're not going to believe this. These motherfuckers just called the business. This is the only guy I know who, and believe me, it's not by mistake. He's stupid, but he's not that stupid. He doesn't give a fuck about these businesses. He calls up just so they get attacked and he can, throw his pity party for himself. Oh, look. All I did was show him a restaurant I eat at and they had to call it. Well, that's exactly why you did it. So you could get fucking sympathy from people. Okay. That's exactly why. I know you enjoying this, hey now? It's like we're having a real argument. Sabrina, $2 pizza, and Carlito pushed some skag back in 57.58. You are on a roll today, Sabrina. Yes. No one in this chat will bother that lady. Fuck no. No. I have no desire to. Otherwise, I would be doing it as we speak.
This guy never will learn until he's dead.
Dummy.
Funny, it's the same thing I think about you.
Even care. You know what I mean? If you drag your mom into it, I didn't.
No, I didn't drag her into it. I didn't drag Scarpa into anything. I didn't drag my friend Frankie, the window guy, the glass guy, into anything.
Okay. All right. Give me a sec. I think I got to sneeze. Oh, shit. All right. $40 from Joe C, Matching Johnny, and Mikey. That is beautiful. Thank you so much, Joe C. That truly helps me. You're a good man. See that, Tony? Joe C sent me $40. Fuckface. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Thank you. All right, let's go back. Let's go over this one by one.
That's him right there, dog whistling to bother my mother some more. This guy never will learn until he's dead.
Dummy, you don't even care. You know what I mean? If you drag your mom into it, like, yeah.
No, I didn't drag her into it.
No, I didn't drag her into it. I just went to her house on one of my first ever live streams and told everybody that I'm here with her and she's giving me $10,000. But in no way, shape, or form did I drag her into it. I also made her call the police on you, but I did not drag her into it. I also showed a secretly recorded video of her reading a Bible where I try to convince her to call the police on you, but I did not drag her into it. I did not.
I didn't drag Scarpa into anything.
I didn't drag Greg Scarpa Jr. into this. All I did is, do a live show 3-4 mornings ago, trying to convince the world that me and Gregory Scarpa Jr. are best friends. And even though I know a whole bunch of people hate me and they're going to go after every friend I fucking make, me telling everybody he's my new friend is in no way, shape, or form my fault. And I did not drag him into this. That's what I'm hearing.
I didn't drag my friend Frankie, the window guy.
I didn't go to my friend Frankie's shop and not only show the entire inside of the shop, but literally focus my camera on Frankie's fucking name tag on his shirt that clearly displays the name of the business. I did not drag my friend Frankie and his glass shop into this. I did not.
This guy into anything. I didn't drag Fred into anything.
I did not drag Fred, the mechanic, who out of the kindness of his heart would always fix my cars for me, even though I'm a low-life scumbag. I did not tell you the exact name of his shop and how I'm here all the time and he lets me park my RV here, knowing how many people hate me and they're going to fuck with that business. Sure, I did all those things, but I did not drag him into this. You did.
I didn't drag anybody into anything.
He didn't drag anybody into anything. He just dragged everybody into everything.
All right? You and your fucking psycho terrorists that you call yourselves terrorists, I got that on tape. So, you and your terrorists feel like you got the authority to just interrupt my life, no matter where I go, no matter who I know, no matter who helps me, no matter what.
Again, totally slips his mind, calling my mother in the middle of the night and threatening to put her in the hospital. He's not thinking at all about what he did to Tina. He's not thinking at all about how he's gone after my daughter and my wife and made up horrible, heinous rumors about them and shit. None of that. No, it's just you, Tony. You're the victim, and we just pick on you because you're an old homeless guy. Yep.
Since my mother gave me 10 grand, you've been a fucking pimple on my...
Listen to me. Okay, guys, you can go back to this. Nobody gave a shit. His mother gave him. He has this belief that we all wanted to kill his mother once she gave him 10 grand. Tony, we saw what happened with that 10 grand. You disappeared before we even knew she gave it to you. Okay. You disappeared. Or no, we might have known. You might have showed us the car. Then you disappeared for 3 or 4 days. You went live from a motel where you were fucked up out of your mind. You looked like you just got electrocuted. Your hair was standing straight up. You were a fucking mess. Okay. And you told us about how you spent $4,800 on the car and the rest of it's gone already. And now you need money for car repairs. No shit. That's exactly how it happened. Nobody gave a fuck. Your mother gave you $10,000. We made fun of you for taking it, not her for giving it to you. The fact that you would take $10,000 from your mother, it proved exactly what we've always said about you. You're a low-life fucking leech, and everybody in your life, you can't even show up to see your mother without expecting something from her. Okay? This fantasy story you made up is bullshit. Nobody went ballistic because you got 10 grand. Nobody cares about your sorry-ass fucking minuscule amounts of money you like to flex. Nobody cares, Tony.
Ass that won't go away. Yeah. Come down, scumbag. Come down.
This guy, again, I'm going to remind you guys, and if you try to deny it, you're just lying. Okay. For the first, I'd say 3 years of this, sure, there'd be periods of time where I'd go back and forth with Tony for months. Then there would be months-long periods of time where there was one point I went 6 months without mentioning Tony. I was fighting with Angel. I was fighting with all kinds of people. I fought with SoFlo. There was all kinds of people I fought with on here, months-long battles where I did not mention Tony. he never shut the fuck up about me. Every single day, somebody would tell me, Tony Pizza was talking about you today, even though you didn't bring him up. And if you don't believe it, again, you could simply look at my goddamn channel, go through my playlists, look at the true crime shows, the addiction recovery shows, all of the interviews, the Mob Tube shows with me and Jeff Nadeau, the ones I did by myself, ones where I had panels like Howie and Frank and, Common Sense and Bill Catolo and Anthony Arellana and all these people. And we just did panel after panel every single fucking night. It used to drive me out of my fucking mind. I used to leave the show just so I could go make something to eat, and I'd end the show when they were done talking. Okay, all this shit I did, I was never talking about you during any of it. But he wants everybody to believe it's the exact opposite, that I'm the one that just can't get Tony off my mind. Tony, I will be as honest as a person could be. The only reason I talk about you is because there is nothing else to talk about. That's it. This channel's hanging by a thread. I'm hanging by a thread. I'm doing anything I can to make a living without being involved in all this horse shit. Okay, without having to listen to fucking jerk-offs that I hate with a fucking passion just so I have shit to talk about. It's the only reason. I couldn't give a fuck if you choke on a cock tomorrow and die. It doesn't matter to me. I'm just simply doing what I have to do to continue some sort of fucking content on this channel without losing my fucking mind.
Please. Just don't text my mother that you're coming to kill me like you did the last time. Because don't think that wasn't calculated, that you gave my mother a text.
Nobody did that. Show us the text, Tony. Show us the text.
Saying, we're coming there to kill your son.
Yeah, in Tony's imagination, this happened.
Nothing's going to happen to you, don't worry. Like, you think in your head, you believe the shit you say. You think that, you believe your own lies, that my mother doesn't like me or love me. So you wrote that like, we're doing you a favor.
I believe my own lies. Tony, I have a phone call that you've heard many times. You never shut the fuck up about it, where your mom says so many things about you, so many bad things, that you'd have to be a fucking moron not to realize she doesn't like you. I mean, you can't even listen to that call and think, yeah, my mother definitely loves me. If your mother was dirt fucking broke, you wouldn't even be where you are. You're only there because you think you're going to get something from her. That's it.
Piece of shit. In your mind, that's where you are. That's how much of a sick fuck you are. That's why I will get away with putting you in the ground.
The guy who wouldn't even meet me, Tony, you're such a coward. Yeah, right.
So come on down. Don't worry about me. I'm not gonna. Nobody's calling the cops. Please.
Yeah. This is literally what he said before the first time I went there looking for him.
Stop that.
Call the cops on you, my
friend. Today is a month, not even. I think, what is it, Friday? Sunday will be a month since I got back from the second trip. It hasn't even been a month yet. And you ran that entire time. You were even copping pleas, asking me to put the beef aside. I mean, we all saw it.
Stop that. Take it out on her, cocksucker. It's like, wow, Tony. Sheesh.
I never said take anything out on my mother.
I swear to God, though, so many of these guys remind me of each other. Hold on. We were talking about a lady that fucked all the Irish guys in the neighborhood, and she's worried about a phone call. Yeah, believe me, she has no desire to call the police on anyone.
Yeah, okay. Here we go with his mother fucked the Harlem Globetrotters. He's got enough dick dents in his head he could fucking spell Harlem with them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So because she was pregnant with him when the Harlem Globetrotters were fucking running a train on her. So now
that's exactly what happened. Yep.
He has to turn my mother into the.
Meanwhile, this guy's got 3 different people who might be his father. He's not even sure. Is it the German? Is it the Irishman? Or is it the other Irishman? I think his name started with a J. It might be John. I'm not sure, though. You don't even know who. The other day, you told us basically your mother has fucking 3 kids to 14 different men. It doesn't even make fucking sense.
His mother was.
That's why with the phone call thing, she never called the police.
And see, Tony, this is why people watch when I play your show, because it's hilarious.
Him, he insists, he pushes her and pushes her.
See, again, he doesn't know anything about inside my house. He doesn't know anything.
I could probably describe it to a T at this point.
Push my mother to do anything. My mother's her own person. She's her own boss. Okay? Well, again,
she's her own person. She's her own boss. But for the last 3 years, she's had severe dementia to the point where she doesn't even know what the fuck she's saying when she's on the phone call with people. Isn't that some shit?
Him trying to make a bad picture about me. And you know, he thinks that people believe him. You know what I mean? He thinks that people that watch this are believing him on what he's saying about me. When this guy lives in Pennsylvania, he's not my next door neighbor. He lives in Pennsylvania. We live in fucking Florida. How the fuck is this guy talking the way he's talking? He talks like he lives right next door. Like he's a fly on the wall.
Tony, everybody everywhere knows everything about your life, your family, and everything else. Why is he acting like as if we're just speculating about shit when we know it for a fact because he's shown us? What is he talking about? Tony, we talked to your mother. You heard the phone call 20 fucking minutes straight of her telling us about your sorry ass life. Why are you acting like we're just guessing?
This whole 5 years has been nothing but bullshit coming out of his mouth about me. And he thinks that he's got the right to be mad. He has no idea the kind of fucking hurt I'm going to put on him. My mother saved your life and you're ungrateful.
Yeah.
You're ungrateful.
And pushes her, you know, because those cops.
He was at his mother's house like, Mom, please tell me not to go after him so then I can tell everybody that I didn't go after him because my mother told me not to. Please, please.
Know who he is.
Like when somebody starts a fight and then tells his friend to hold him back.
You know,
here we go.
But quite frankly, Tony, even your mom, like even if it came down to some sort of criminal charges or court case, not with me, but because I never bothered her, it's impossible.
No, it'll be with you because everybody they go after is going to say they did it for you.
Yeah, this is a vast conspiracy to irritate Tony Pizza. That's what it is. Yeah.
But you notice
I love how Tony likes to make up crimes. You know what I mean? Like shit's just illegal all of a sudden because he says so. He talks about like this guy's talked about every member of my family. And then he says that that the same shit he's done to me, I can't do back to him. That's somehow against the law. Got it.
That he's saying not with me. You see how he's saying it's not going to be with him, but it's going to be with every one of yous that are helping him.
No, it's not. Nobody's going to even receive a citation. Nobody.
He's already telling everybody it's not going to be with me. I never did anything. So all you suckers leaving those Google numbers on my mother's phone that have fingerprints to your phone, your computer, guess what?
Fingerprints to my phone and computer. What exactly would that be, Tony?
Get ready to lawyer up. This is how
I'm gonna call Kincaid Garcia McMakin today and get a corrupt lawyer to help me.
This is how he treats his supporters who give him money and do his dirty work.
This way Tony Soflo can get my information through that fat whore wife of his.
But I know all these are gonna fucking flip on him. I know that already.
Bro, you imagine sitting in a courtroom and the guy's defense lawyer, pulls over a TV and says, "Hey, here's 800 clips of this guy threatening to kill this man and everyone in his family, plus rape his daughter and do this and that and blah, blah, blah."
I have a clip of this guy saying in great detail how he is going to drive an RV full of explosives through my house and kill my entire fucking family. Okay? Now someone calls his mom and leaves a message and he's like, "You're going to fucking jail, cocksucker. Where do you get the nerve to make a phone call? By the way, I'm going to come to your house, put a hole in your head and leave you in a pool of your own blood."
Said I was going to grape anybody, but your daughter should be on OnlyFans selling anal for $350. And
you know what I mean? And that's why it won't stop. Tony, if you had any brains and you said, "I want my mother to be left alone," you'd say, "Well, let me stop talking about this man's family." But you don't have fucking brains. You think you and your fucking scumbag friend in Miami You're under this impression. You truly believe that you're special in some way and that you can fucking get away with anything you want. And if anybody does it back to you, then you can sue or call the cops or get a restraining order on them, because that's his go-to also, not just yours. That fucktard. Okay, Nick Romano fights back with him. A restraining order. The fucking cops are knocking on his door. We saw it live on fucking video. Okay, he fucks with people, and they start fucking until they start fucking with him back. And then he calls the cops. He has Tina call the cops. You know, he goes after a guy and his family, an innocent guy who did nothing fucking wrong. He even goes to and has his wife tell the police, I got diarrhea because of these people who my husband decided are picking on me, even though they don't even know what fucking MobTube is. And by the looks of them, probably not even YouTube. You know, you guys are you know, you're the number one and number two cop callers. And you're also the number one and number two troublemakers and instigators. Isn't that fucking ironic? Both of you decide I'm going to attack their families. And if they dare attack mine back, I'm just going to go to the police. Pussies, fucking pussies.
Those tapes are irrelevant because the bottom line is that you crossed the line, not me. You don't think that the prosecutor's smart enough to say, well, damn, what did you do to this guy to make him say these things? And don't you think that I got a couple of hundred people that'll testify that you went after my mother when she gave me 10 grand?
Tony, you can't get 7 people in your chat. A couple of hundred. What are you, fucking crazy?
What you think that I got?
What are you going to go back into the Tony Pizza of the past, the Team Pizza that once existed, and get all those people all of a sudden to show up to court and vouch for you? Tony, like the entire MobTube saw as you fucking attacked my family before I said a word about you.
People that'll come in and say, this guy wouldn't leave this guy alone. This guy cost this guy thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. Friendships, almost cost him his family. Yeah.
Tony, you've abused everybody, even people that gave you $15,000 to the point where they just don't want anything to do with you anymore. But yeah, that's my fault too. Yeah, you talked about your mother. You said your mother is just a woman who gave birth to you and she could die tomorrow and you wouldn't care. But yeah, I turned her on you. Let's see.
My mother's evil. My mother's evil. And I don't give a fuck what anybody thinks about me. You know what I mean? Like, he keeps on using the narrative. I don't care about my family. I don't care about my mother. I keep going. Yeah, fuck you, nigga. You know what I mean? Because I am going to.
That racist language, I do not agree with. I do not agree with that at all. That's I'm going to turn that video off right now. YouTube, I don't agree with that. That's this animal saying it.
I'm kind of glad that we
that this.
You know, as far as I'm concerned, it's a done deal. I'm fucking finished with, you know, I didn't have a life with her. I'm never going to have a life with her. She could die today. I don't give a fuck. All right? She don't have the fucking heart to give me a call and apologize for what the fuck she did. And she's a piece of shit. You know what I mean? She's a piece of shit, just like the pieces of shit she talked to on the phone.
We got to start the channel where we just put up clips of him talking bad about his mom.
Yes, you're delusional. You think that you're scot-free because you wrecked all my channels? Okay? You took down all my channels. You got clips that don't belong to me no more. Those are AI.
Yeah. Tony is so fucking delusional and he's so unaware of technology. I said this several times over the last few days and I'll do it again. Tony, Google it. Google, can it be found out if a video is AI or not? I mean, this could Matt probably could fucking run a video and tell you if it's AI or not. There are apps for this. There are all types of systems that they can check. You don't think this happens with the police all the time now? You don't think the police constantly have to investigate whether something was said by the person or created by AI, whether it was a threat or some crime being committed on the internet? You don't think they have a way of checking that? If they didn't have a way of checking that, Anybody could put anybody in jail. I would just make an AI vid. Well, you've already said the craziest shit in the world as far as threats, but people could just make AI videos of other people threatening them and then give it to the police, and boom, they go to jail. You think that happens, Dopey? No, it doesn't. If it did, I would have already had you in jail, probably. Or let's just say you would have had me in jail.
Yeah, there's no channel of mine on YouTube. Your little CD clips, you're Don Berlin. You and Don Berlin both together are fucked.
Blah, blah,
blah. I always laugh when they talk about Don. Don is probably fucking in, well, I don't even want to say, but far, far away right now. Not thinking about you, Tony Pizza. Very, very powerful man. Yeah. And, yep, you're on his mind all the time.
Tony, you, if you were smart, you would, I'll give you an example. One thing I learned with the whole thing getting jumped, and like I said, this is just one of the reasons. If I go back in time, I never would have called the cops anyway. The only reason I did is because Johnny did one stupid thing that, I can't get into. But if he wouldn't have done this one thing at the end, it was something he said, I would have never in a million years called him. But anyway, I won't get into that.
He made a dumb mistake. And no, it was not any type of threat or anything like that. It wasn't.
Yeah. Yeah, because Johnny kicked his ass.
Yeah.
And told him.
Yeah.
And I won't post these pictures of you bleeding and you shitting and pissing yourself.
Well, if that's shitting and pissing myself too. So then why would I go to the cops if the thing he said was not to go to the cops, or I'll do this, this, and this?
I won't.
It's almost like that doesn't make any fucking sense, huh, Tony?
I won't say a word if you don't say a word.
Yeah.
And what did he do? He went right to the cops.
No, I actually went live on YouTube. Nothing you said is true just now.
See, Johnny kicked his ass and gave him the riot act. Sessa gave him the riot act, and he was begging, please.
That's not even true. Well, it don't even matter. But Johnny was running away when he said something very fucking stupid. It's like, okay, well, now what am I going to do?
I had enough. Please, sir, I had enough. And the piss was running down his legs like a pup.
It's funny, but there's no proof of that. It just seems like it's something else Tony Pizza just made up, doesn't it?
Big dog, okay? This guy can't get over the fact that he was manhandled and beat up in front of his mother.
No, I wasn't. My mother in no way, shape, or form saw anything that happened that night. She came out when it was already all over. It's just another thing you're making up. Just another thing. And now, Tony, do you want me to bring up the fact that you still can't get over the fact that Fred hit you with a stick and you called the fucking police immediately because you got tapped in the head with a fucking stick? You called the police on your only fucking friend, Fred, who was the mechanic that helped you out of the kindness
he can't get
of his fucking heart, even because considering you didn't pay him for shit.
Over that fact. And he thinks he's going to do that.
You're right. I'm my hair's on fire.
Not going to happen. Show your clips that you sent the police. Show the clips you sent to the cops. If you got jumped and you beat up Johnny Mac, it's on those clips.
Do a FOIA request and look for videos. See what they got.
Show the clips or shut the fuck up.
Nobody in their right mind believes I got beat up by Johnny Mac, Tony. Nobody ever did. Believe me. The haters, people who hate me, will say it for the same reason you say it, just to try to get some sort of satisfaction and pretend they believe it. I told you. Why? The other night you said Johnny was going to play the video. Why didn't he? It was his choice. He has the video, not me. But he chose not to play it. I wonder why.
What that situation did is remind me that I there's no going to the cops for me. Even if I'm just
James Horoff, one Street Smart Politics membership. My bad. I fucked up. Thank you very much, James.
Is square.
We like big dog.
A guy who's just living a normal life in the suburbs now. Your reputation follows you, and with cops, there's no second chances. There's no, maybe he's a good guy now. No, the police in this county know me too well. I was looking at
Matt gifted one Street Smart Politics membership. Thank you, Matt, very much.
The other night, for some reason, It wasn't even about the Johnny Mac and the being jumped thing, but it was something, maybe a true crime case, something. What I found out, though, is that if there's a weapon involved or injuries whatsoever, it can't be charged as simple assault in Pennsylvania. It cannot. So in other words, if there's injuries like a broken nose, or if a weapon's used like a bat, now they couldn't prove the bat, fine. But
first of all, your nose wasn't broken.
Yeah, except for those pesky medical what do you want to call them? Not documents, results. I don't know, from the hospital that I posted. Yeah, without that, yeah, if you take that away completely, the medical proof from an MRI and X-rays and shit that my nose was broken. If you take away that rock solid proof that 100% proves that my nose was definitely broken, then yeah, it wasn't. You're right.
It wasn't broken. And you had a fat lip. You had a little scrape on your nose from Johnny's ring. Your nose wasn't broken. You had a cut.
Johnny never punched. Okay. Johnny's ring? I don't even know what you're talking about, Tony. Never. He hit me in the face one time when I was getting out of the car, and I swung at him after that and started whipping his ass. There was no ring, and he didn't hit me anywhere near my fucking nose, dopey.
On your nose. And you smeared it all over your face to make it look even worse.
Yeah.
You're a fucking bad actor.
Yeah.
I had a broken nose.
This is Tony's projection. This is what he would do in that situation. Well, he would have ran. He would have never even been in the situation.
That would automatically.
You did have a broken nose. We all know what a broken nose looks like. We all know you got to wear a metal thing down your fucking face and it gets taped to your face. You never put that on.
Well, now we know Tony's never had a broken nose. Guys in the chat, is that true? Go ahead.
So your nose was never broken.
We make it aggravated assault. They charged it a simple assault because they didn't want to fucking.
Because your nose wasn't broken. They charged it a simple assault because your nose wasn't broken. Your lip was a little bruised. And your feelings got hurt. And you shit and pissed yourself.
Yeah, sure. Why not? With everything that's ever happened to me, according to Tony Pizza, even when I got a DUI, I shit and pissed myself. According to Tony, it's another thing he has on his mind constantly.
Anyway, you know what I mean? They don't want to take the case anyway. So
29 likes.
Yeah, the one
subscribe.
Life,
I smash the like button. God damn it!
Where I spoke to them in person and all this shit was gonna really follow through with it.
Yes.
I learned my fucking lesson. I even told the cop that when he came to my house that night. So
he's full of shit. He's full of shit.
Tony needs to understand the same.
No, you need to understand that you're full of shit. Anything you're saying is bullshit.
Yeah.
Everything you've been saying about me and my family is bullshit.
Yeah, none of it's true.
Everything that you've done to me and my family is facts.
The stuff,
everything that I've said.
The stuff about you that we've heard straight from your mother's own mouth. Yeah, none of that's true. She's a liar.
Retaliation.
Isn't it funny that back then, for the longest time, Tony's mother had full-blown dementia when she talked to us on the phone that night. Now, she's so with it that when she received a message from Vinny Adams, she called her son, who she didn't forget due to dementia or anything. She didn't even forget his phone number due to dementia, and she didn't forget how to use a smartphone due to dementia. She called Tony and said, hey, a guy named Vinny Adams just called me, and I'm calling the police. But just recently, for years now, up until just recently, she had full-blown dementia. Funny how things change, Funny.
Deal. Don't mean shit, because I never came within 500 yards of you.
No, nobody said you did. You would never have the balls to in a million years. You could have came here with all those guys. And you didn't. You're a coward. Nobody ever said you came anywhere near me. You'd be afraid to. The Warrior Racing $4.99. This guy Pizza lives in another world. Thank God he's not a doctor. Oh my God, or anything. I mean, he's just. Thank God he's only a person in a car talking shit into a phone.
Tony's even worse. At least me. No, even with my past reputation, you do something to me.
Oh my God, past reputation. Otis the drunk with a flask. Getting banged in his ass by niggas.
Here we go. God, Tony. And you wonder why we think you're gay. I was listening to Joey Dimes, one of his videos earlier, and he said, here he goes with another gay sex scenario. What is this? What the fuck is that? Do you guys see that? Can you see my cursor here? What is going on with his fucking middle finger? Is it all just wrinkled up like that, or what the fuck is that, guys? Tony, you got finger issues. Hold on, let me see. Let me see. I got to, oh shit. I don't know if I'll be able to pull up this exact. No, I won't probably. I don't know the exact time stamp. Let me see. What is going on with his fucking Tony, what's wrong with your hand? Oh, this don't tell me shit.
We're coming. It was his own doing shit like his shop, but you don't have fucking brains. You think you.
Hold on. Let me do it for my show.
I don't know the exact time.
Okay.
Let me see.
I'm taking a screenshot.
Tony, what's wrong with your head?
It's very important that I inspect this situation. Hold on. Screenshot. All right. Why is it doing that? All right. Let me see. Oh, God. I think it's just all wrinkled up. Why does it look brown? I mean, what I'm thinking, considering what he just said. Tony, you got to go to a doctor. Fuck it. Not like I want you to live long, but I'm telling you, I told you, I just went to the doctor and I left there like, yeah, it's the end of the world. Imagine if Tony went to the doctor. Oh my God. They'd be like, well, everything's fine, Mr. Caruana, other than the fact that you have AIDS, COPD, emphysema, throat cancer, a glaucoma. You have what do they call it when a guy has woman titties? What do they call that? The amount of things that they would diagnose you with, Tony. Holy shit! You'd leave with a fucking 30-gallon trash bag full of fucking prescription medications. Look at this fucking animal. My God, I can't even imagine how many things he has to have wrong with him. All right, let me see. Thank you again, Warrior Racing. I just want to make sure I thanked you. I remember reading your thing, but his face is melting away. John Graham, it is. It absolutely is. And guys, this is great, man. I'm getting super chats like regularly. I got to thank you. Really, it takes a fucking major weight off my chest. I feel like I don't have to do a rambling asshole politics show where I just talk to retards for 2.5 hours and then make $13. That's wonderful. Of course, knowing me, because I need money, I'll probably do it anyway because I'm a psycho fucking path, but whatever.
In York, that's why he lives in Wrightsville. The Sackwall, who sucked dick for crack. I mean, this guy.
Yeah, that's why I live in Wrightsville. It's definitely not because my wife, who you could see online, bought this house in 2011, long before I met her. And then when I finally did meet her, I decided to live here. It couldn't be something reasonable like that. It definitely has to be what you just said.
Literally had sex with a prostitute next to his baby girl, his daughter.
Wow. See, Tony, this is why. What you're describing right here is a heinous fucking act. This is why people fuck with you and your family and you don't get it and you keep doing it. And that's why it will never fucking stop. You will be abused to the end of fucking time. Oh, shit. Let me know if I should or shouldn't. Just in case. When people don't donate for a while, I don't know if I should say anything or not. Beantown Patsy, $9.99. God damn, Tony, look at this shit. It's like old times. This is beautiful what's happening right here. Matt sent me $50 and said I can do this now. Well, thank you very, 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 very much, Matt. That is awesome. $50 is great. Look at that, Tony Pizza. Look what's happening here. I got 40 from Joe C. This is just cash. I got 50 from Matt. I got 10 from that was this morning. 10 from James Horoff. But still, that's 90 fucking bucks there, buddy. And I got all those super chats. Hey, I did not expect this show to turn out this way. You guys are the absolute best. Absolute best.
Got arrested with his daughter in a crack house.
Yeah, that's what happened. Yep.
And he wonders why his daughter don't talk to him. That's why him and Kaz are buddy.
My daughter doesn't talk to me. Yeah. No, you just say that. Tony, this is what, when you, Like when people say you're a diddler and you get all bent out of shape, you see why now? Do you see by any chance with what you just said why we might say things like that? Other than the fact that, of course, it's true, but why we talk about it.
Because him and Kaz both had fantasies of fucking their own daughters.
Oh, my God. This is, I told you, I mean, and everything's projection with them. No normal person would ever, unless you're, you know, like the president, no normal person would ever look at their daughter and think something sexual. Okay. But you just, when you think about people having daughters, you imagine that they're having fantasies about having sex with them. Again, Tony, this gives us a piece into your, or a peek into your mind state, not ours.
Notice both trips in Florida, this piece of shit never went to see his daughter.
The cops are going to have to.
Tony, that's because my daughter's never even, she was in Florida one time with me when she went to Disney World, but I don't know where. I think you pulled this out of your ass years ago. My daughter doesn't now and never has lived in Florida. Never in a million. If she did, I'd be there every goddamn day. I would just be staying there. You know what I mean? I'd stay in Wrightsville maybe 1 week out of the month. The rest of the time I'd be at my daughter's crib. She doesn't live in Florida. Tony, I swear to God. Anybody can find this out with a simple Google search. You're so fucking stupid.
Charge, especially if it's bad enough. But Tony, I mean, I cause no trouble. I used to. When I did, it was in York City. It wasn't here. These cops might know of me from this county, but they don't know. They never saw me when I was a menace out there. You know what I mean?
You're gonna want to have these. What is that? Oh, it's a commercial.
So, even me, you know, it's like, okay, he has a bad past, but he now has a wife and stepkids and a kid, and you know, you, Tony, you are a fucking a constant annoyance in that community.
This is going to be good. Watch. This is. I know this is triggering him too. His head's already going like a fucking bobblehead.
Constant and I'll say Punta Gorda, Englewood, and Port Charlotte. Okay, you are a constant nuisance. You are constantly getting the cops called on you. I know.
Listen to what he says. I know. Wait.
Oh, that for a fact. Even Fred.
He knows it for a fact.
Yes.
Now he's going to say even Fred said it. Fred never said it.
Yes, he did. Fred talked to me. I swear to God, this is why I won't record people without permission in situations like that. I wish there's a part of me that wishes I would have, not so I could even play it, just so I could remember everything he said. I told you, we talked for like 20 minutes to a half hour. That dude told me so fucking much about you. Okay. And as soon as I knew I couldn't record anymore, I was like, motherfucker, I'm definitely going to forget most of this. But he told me over and over, Tony. He said, and I don't lie about shit. Look, I told you the guy actually gave you credit and said that you actually had some value in that shop at times. You know what I mean? Why would I say that if I was lying about anything Fred said? Fred also told me that somehow you actually did get people who were interested in buying his shop to come talk to him and stuff. Okay, so I don't lie about anything. But he told me, oh my God. Oh my God. Mr. Anonymous 6, $99. Yo, Chris, happy Friday. Fuck pizza, make him pissed. Bro, I'm on my way. Believe me, that's what I'm doing right now. Thank you so much. Oh my God, this is fucking terrific. I am so happy. Thank you, Mr. Anonymous 6. What a perfect time to come through. You are the man. Tony's fucking head's going to explode, and I love it. Tony, what was I even saying? Let me see.
Englewood and Port Charlotte.
Oh, Fred said that when he hit you with the thing, okay, the stick, whatever the fuck it was, okay, that the neighbors that used to talk to him and got pissed off at him. See, the neighbors got pissed off at Fred because he let Tony stay there with that RV for a while, as you know, remember? Because I think people started calling the shop when Tony told everybody and showed everybody he was staying there at Lemon Bay Motors. Another thing he did to screw his friend over. Fred told me that while you were staying there, all the neighbors got pissed off Because not only were you just a troublemaker in general, but your stupid fucking RV would smoke and every fucking thing else, and it was bothering the fucking neighbors. Of course it would, okay? I don't know if it was a generator you had or if it was the RV itself or what. Also, the same type of thing was happening when you were over there with the, I think the Lincoln, okay? So all his neighbors turned on him because he was involved with you, and they hate you. He told me everybody there despises you. And Tony, if you think anybody's going to believe I'm making that up, when we got people on tape saying that they banned you from the store because you harass customers and everything else. I mean, you're hated. You're a homeless guy in an area where a lot of people live, a lot of people with a lot of fucking money, where there's beautiful beaches and everything else. And then there's you and your fucking eyesore, whatever vehicle you're driving at the time. So Fred told me that when it was on the news that he hit you with that thing, that and I'm sure he was exaggerating as far as them lining up, but he said in these exact words, everybody in this area lined up to pat me on the back for hitting him with that thing. They hate him. And he told me that over and over. That's why I remember it. And he said, Chris, if you were to find him and do something to him, you'd probably get an award from this community. They hate him. That's what Fred kept telling me. I don't lie about shit, Tony. So between, what you've told us, like you've been banned from Publix, you've been banned from Dollar General. And what I found out there, that you racetrack, you try to get a fucking probably a 17, 18-year-old kid fired because he didn't make you a pretzel quick enough. And you caused a scene with his supervisor on a Wednesday night. Okay. Then you got banned from 7-Eleven. And I talked to two different people who told me different stories. Well, the same story, but I mean, the second guy told me shit. The first chick, that woman I spoke to, didn't even tell me. She didn't even tell me you got banned. He told me that. She just told me that you were a problem and her own husband has to protect her from you so she's not bothered by you. Everybody heard her say that. Then the guy that I talked to next said, yeah, we had to ban him because he's so rude to the customers. He's loud. He's obnoxious. Everybody heard it, Tony. So everything I was told that people don't have to take my word for, and everything because they heard it with their own ears, and everything you've told us, there's no question they hate you there. Fred was definitely telling me the truth.
Okay. You are a constant nuisance. You are constantly getting the cops called on you. I know.
Listen to what he says. I know. Wait.
Know that for a fact. Even Fred.
He knows it for a fact. Now he's going to say even Fred said it. Fred never said it.
I told you guys. Listen, I don't front. I told you guys. Like last year sometime, I talked to a sheriff's deputy from Charlotte County. And the guy told me, this was on the phone, and you could go back to those videos. I told everybody about it. The guy this is why his RV got moved, because of the conversation I had. That's why he wasn't allowed to stay on that property, because the cops went there looking for him. He was threatening to rape my daughter and everything else, okay? The sheriff deputy told me that when he was looking up your information while I was talking to him, you have so many, I forget what the word he used was, but basically, incidents or incident reports or something. There's so many calls on you. He had numerous different phone numbers on you. And I told him, I don't know if any of those are his currently, because I don't know what his phone number is. But he said, oh yeah, this guy's been called. We've been called on this guy a lot of times. He's a problem. So even that guy said it, bro. Even that guy said it.
Knows for a fact is that him and his simps have called the cops on me numerous times. The only problem is when they did so, I wasn't around. Okay? They're investigating every call about me in the last 5
No, they're not, Tony, because there's nothing to investigate. Sabrina, $2. No need for politics show tonight. Chris and Joy. I know. I'm so glad, Sabrina. Thank you.
5 years. Just so you know, jerk
You're
off.
investigating calls to them. This is so dumb, Tony. Even in that little fucking hillbilly area there, okay? The cops are not sitting around working on a case about a homeless guy and his mother being harassed. This is in your fucking imagination, bro.
Okay? What you're saying right here is gold, because it's proving my fucking point. I'm going to let him finish for a second. It's proving my point. He wants to say Fred said. Fred never said nothing to him, but get the fuck off my land.
He never said that. He never said. If he did, I would have told everybody it's what he did. I do not lie, Tony. I don't.
Fred told him to shut the fucking camera off and hit the bricks. Never had a conversation with him.
No, Fred said, "Are you recording?" And then I turned it off and said, "No, not anymore." And he went on to talk to me.
I already talked to Fred.
Fred told me that day.
Well, first of all, Tony, no, you didn't. But let's just say you did talk to Fred. You think he's going to admit to you everything he told me? Use your noggin, stupid.
Okay, the cops hate you. They can't fucking stand you.
Fred did not tell you that.
He even told me. The cops went to his place, I guess the day after he got locked up and he was out on bail or some shit like that. The cops went to his place and told him, listen, we didn't want to do this. You know, but because you hit him with an object and he got injured, we had no choice.
That's literally what Fred told me. He said the cops came there to tell him. They basically, you know, I don't know if you'd say apologize. They had to arrest him, but they told him we didn't want to have to do it, but we had no choice in this case. And he told the cops it's okay, no hard feelings, and that's it. He also told me, again, the only reason he talked to Tony Pizza since is because he needed Tony to drop those charges, which we already knew. I mean, that's obvious. Of course, you're going to do that. You know what I mean? Those charges could have ruined his entire life.
They did not want to arrest Fred because they understand.
That's bullshit. That's total bullshit. Okay? If they didn't want to do it, they wouldn't have. If they didn't want to lock Fred up, they would have fucking not did an investigation. They would have took his story and my story and then said, you know what? We're not locking Fred up, so we're just going to push him away, trespass him, and leave Fred the fuck alone. They could have easily did that.
No, they couldn't have, Tony. He hit you with an object and there was blood on the ground. They had no fucking choice. I told you, even in my case, those cops didn't want anything to do with the case because it was me, but there was no way. They had to do something. They should have done aggravated assault, but you know, they didn't give a fuck, but they had to do something. So they charged, and then they set me up not to even show up to court. I mean, but the point is they had to do something.
But they ain't like this with Fred. They're like this with me. You know why they're like this with me? Because I'm established with my family for 45 fucking years. And I never got it.
There is no. Okay. And you guys in the chat know this, but maybe Tony doesn't. Tony, the simple reason nobody will believe what you're saying right now is because there is no scenario anywhere in America where the police love that there's a guy in a spray painted piece of shit driving around, being loud, being obnoxious, causing fucking trouble in stores, and panhandling all over their fucking county. There is no such thing. You are enemy number one as soon as that happens. They can't stand you. Okay, you are a fucking problem. And that deputy told me how many times well, he didn't tell me the number, but he told me the police have been called on you so many fucking times for bothering people. They don't want you there, Tony.
Ticket.
That's why even Fred said cops probably wouldn't do anything if you got beat the fuck up.
Or arrested.
Unless it's a situation like, you know, what happened with Fred. I mean, he went a little too far. If he would have slapped you around or something, those cops wouldn't have done anything.
Did or ever had a problem with the cops until these scumbags started calling them on me.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Sure.
All right. So all these calls that he's saying that were called on me that he knows because he and his friends did those calls.
No, he said it was stuff that went on in the area. People in the area calling the cops on you.
Him and his friends made the calls. All right. They made the calls to the businesses to make the businesses call the cops on me. And they also called.
That's so not true. I'll tell you how not true it is. When I went and talked to Fred, I had no fucking idea about 7-Eleven. So, in other words, we couldn't have called 7-Eleven. Fred told me about it, and I told everybody else. Racetrack, I was just stopping in to see. I was just stopping at businesses, asking them, hey, do you know this guy? Okay, so we didn't even know about that. But sure enough, as soon as the dude saw you, he was like, oh, yeah, this guy. And I was so happy because it made so much sense. He was like, this guy, he tried to get me fired the other night. He started trouble with my supervisor because I took too long to make him a pretzel. I was like, oh, yeah, you got the right guy. And sure enough, Tony admitted that was him.
False claims of me being drunk driving and me being high. Okay. And it's
You're always high, Tony. You're high right now. And I got you so fucking triggered. Everybody's loving this shit right now.
On record.
Tony, you know how much money I've made so far? This is wonderful.
They're investigating every fucking one of them. Every fucking phone call in the last 5 years about Anthony Caruana is now. And you guys telling the cops, Sean McCarthy, what do you guys think you're doing by bringing up a name that I don't no longer go by? What was that?
I guarantee you nobody's doing that. Even though we fuck with you because your name was originally Sean McCarthy. Nobody would tell the cops that because that's obviously not your legal name anymore. So you're just making that up.
You don't think that when I changed my name in 2003 legally, that I didn't go down to the police station to get my ID and everything else changed? That they don't know? What are you, fucking stupid? I mean, what planet are these fucking Dovato readers from? That's what I want to know. Because, you know, when you do a name change like that, you got to clear it with DMV, the sheriff's department. You got to go everywhere with the paperwork.
Yeah,
you think that they didn't know that my name was Sean McCarthy first? But you've always got to throw in that I'm a gangster and a hitman from the Gambino family.
Who knows?
When you call the cops on me.
No, Tony, you tell the cops that. Nobody believes that to tell the cops. Guys, I swear to God, man, I wish, because you could record shit with law enforcement. I wish I would have recorded that call from that guy at the DA's office. I mean, or at the DA's office, that detective. This guy talked to me forever, telling me all this shit. I even said to the cop, I said, did he tell you he was in the mafia? He said, yeah, he did. That's part of the reason I'm calling. He said, I don't know. It was so funny because you got to remember this is it's not like this is some podunk town in the middle of fucking nowhere, but it's still a small Pennsylvania town. So when you call a fucking detective and you have the thick New York accent and you tell him you're in the mafia and you want to hurt somebody in that area, that's why the cop opened a case on you. Not a case, but I mean, he told me he made a report on you. That's what it was. He wasn't even worried about me. You know what I mean? Now, of course, I'm sure he knew. I'm sure he told Tony he knew stuff about the drug cases and shit like that. But there was nothing that you showed them, Tony, that made them even file a report on me. It was you did that to yourself. You actually called a detective in Pennsylvania and told him you're in the mafia, and that did get the cop concerned. It was the dumbest thing he could have done. The cop probably would have never put a second thought into it, but it's like, I used to be, he told me he used to be in the mafia with Sammy the Bull and all this shit. I was laughing on the phone with the cop. I'm like, listen, detective, this guy has no association with the mob. He's delusional. He's just a crazy homeless guy. And he said, well, I'm just giving you a courtesy call because he did say these things to us. So I just want you, he said, I let the cops in your area know because this is from the DA's office. So in my specific town, he said, I just, if you see him, just call us, call your, the Pelham Township police. I said, all right, which there's no way I would do.
They know what this guy is. Tony, I know Tony likes to convince people that everybody there loves him.
This is such a great day. Look at this. Warrior Racing. He's the guy from the Warriors movie with the bottles. Tony Pizza sings FBS Come Out to Play. Oh, yeah. I love that movie, man. I love that movie. FBS. Come out and play. Who was that guy? Did that guy ever go anywhere and become a bigger actor? I can't remember his name, but he always reminded me of Sean Penn.
Nobody wants someone like you anywhere around them. And
again, this is all his projections of him and how people are with him, where he lives. Nobody wants somebody like him around them. He can't even go to York.
Tony, those cops that night I got jumped didn't even know I lived here. I don't bother nobody.
Hang out, because if somebody recognizes him, they get a beating.
I mean, nobody.
That's why I'm always all over the place. Yeah. and nothing ever happens. Yep.
Because you are a constant nuisance. Like I said, whether it's you're fucking.
This shit pisses him off because he knows it's true.
No. I'm not a constant nuisance. You people are the constant nuisance. Calling the police department on me every time I go live. Calling the businesses where I go live at and harassing them.
Tony will never understand, and this is why I believe he does this shit deliberately, gets the cops. He does shit to get the cops called on himself. What was I going to say? He gets people, he does shit. He doxes businesses and shit so people will call him. Because, I listen, today, in today's day and age, it's not rare to come across a person who blames their problems on everybody but themselves. But this guy, it's like, Tony, anybody, like if a cop ever really talked to you, he should say, I got an idea, Tony. How about, since there's no way I can keep you off of YouTube, how about you just tell people that you went somewhere else and nobody will know you're here and they can't call us on you and they won't bother any businesses. How about that? The cops should want to arrest you for those businesses being fucking harassed. Tony, the reason nobody should feel bad for you is because that's the simple solution. You ain't even got to go anywhere else. Just tell people, well, I'm not in that area. I'm not in Inglewood or Charlotte County, anywhere. Maybe I'm in North Carolina. Maybe I'm in Georgia. I'm not telling you guys. And there's no possible way we could find out where you are. No possible way, Tony. But you won't do that because you want this shit. This is attention. You're like a bitch. You just want fucking attention. Positive or negative, you don't care. You just want it because you have nothing going on in your life. Sean McCarthy sat on the corner of 21st and Park Avenue, passive and shy, hustling pedestrians for money during summer in New York City, and then went to Florida during the New York winter. He is an addict and a soft snowbird. He is. Very well said, Coney Island 718. All right. The guy belongs on the funny farm. He would be the shot caller in the nut house. Oh, no doubt. No doubt. Well, that's one thing I will give Tony. Tony, in the beginning, he used to say that he led a panhandling crew. Now, there's no such thing as a panhandling crew. But do I believe that he's the type of guy that in a group of panhandlers would somehow become the leader? Yes. Like, Tony, there's no doubt about it. And you know how I know it? Because he's actually gotten regular people to follow him. Now, obviously, if they follow him, they're not totally regular. But I mean, cops. A woman that worked for Boeing, for fuck's sake. People that, even though they're nuts, they live normal lives. So he is a leader to an extent. If you're dumb enough to follow him. So if he's in a crew of other homeless people, yeah, he'll figure out how to between the bullshit mob stories and the tough guy act, he'll figure out a way to become a leader in a group of fucking losers. He'll be the head loser, no doubt.
Getting them to call the cops on me. You're the nuisance, not me. Because every time they come, I'm like, these YouTube motherfuckers. And they're like, they know because they watch. They subscribe to my show. You jerk off. They're my fans. You're a fucking clown. This jerk.
They subscribe to your show, but we would never know that, right? Because nobody's ever in your chat different than usual. And, I mean, you got so few people even watching your show. How many of them could be there?
Thinks that I panhandle in my own backyard. He's retarded.
Yeah. You literally told us you got banned from Publix and Dollar General in Englewood. That's where you live. That's where your mother lives. That's where your brother lives. So, yeah, that would be your own backyard. How are you denying this now, Tony? I even went to the Publix. I told you, I talked to the manager, but he said it was probably a different manager that banned you. But you told us you got banned from there. You did.
He's convinced himself that everywhere he went, he thinks I panhandle. He's a jerk off. Right?
Fred told me you hang out with the junkies, you buy your meth and shit at the 7-Eleven. Okay. And then the guy and the girl in Racetrack, two different employees, told me that you hang out on the side of Racetrack there with bums. That's literally what they said. He hangs out with the bums. I don't know if you panhandle or not, but you hang out there with a group of bums. And we know it because, look, you did a show recently where you were trying to school another homeless guy on how to panhandle. I mean, you can't write this shit.
Jerk off.
I'm going to have him so triggered after this show, he might have a fucking massive stroke. Let's keep our fingers crossed, guys.
Stupid truck, smoking and stinking every fucking thing up, or you're
They can't beat an enforcer. Yeah, you're 100% right. Chris, you hit the nail on the head. YouTube is the only place in the entire world where pizza matters. That's all it is, man. That's it. That's why, this is so important to him. And that's why I told you guys, if some new shit came along, some new character entered MobTube, or somehow somebody started shit, I wound up in a different beef and I forgot all about Tony, even for a little while, he would lose his mind. He would lose his mind. He would not make another dollar, not even from Gramercy Park Boys. Nothing. It would be over for him. He'd be finished. He's so jealous of you and your community, Chris. Extremely, Sabrina. Extremely.
You're fucking idiot.
He should be. We're awesome.
Trying to attack people, or whether it's you accosting people in parking lots and telling them I'm shingle.
Not in Port Charlotte, not in Englewood, not in Punta Gorda. Never happened. And none of that ever happened in Charlotte County.
What's he talking about specifically?
The only people that bother Charlotte County is you and your people.
You mean the I'm shingle stuff? What do you mean, Tony? You're always, what the fuck are you talking about? We saw you do it the other day. And yes, you bother people. What, the racetrack? I can't believe, what the fuck is he talking about?
And I got all the proof in the fucking Englewood Uncensored, by the way. They got all that too. Mr. George Loveless and whatever name you went under. Yeah.
That would be Chris Lodrago.
Fuck Adams.
Whether it's you, yelling at customers in a store like you did 7-Eleven and they had to ban you.
I didn't yell at the customer. I yelled at the owner, dickhead. I yelled at the raghead owner, Harry.
No, the kid I talked to in 7-Eleven said you were banned because you were loud, obnoxious, and always bothering customers.
Because he asked me a dumb question in front of people, and the guy behind me had something to say. And I told him, I said, you know me? And Harry tried to stick up for him, and I put Harry in his place. I threw everything at him. I said, fuck you. I'm done with you.
Guarantee that didn't happen.
I need to come here. Fuck that raghead, and fuck you.
See what I mean, though, Tony? Do you understand? Like, there's not a store in the world I'm banned from. There's not a place I can't go. But you have all these issues: racetrack, 7-Eleven, Dollar General, Publix, Fred now. Fred will have nothing to do with you. Everybody who enters your life or is affected by your life ends up fucking hating you. And even people in stores. You even go to a store, you can't just go to a store and buy your fucking stupid coffee and a pack of cigarettes without causing fucking trouble. Pizza is dying to pick his nose. Yeah, well, he's done it a couple of times just during this video. Nah, George, never happened.
You're a raghead.
No matter whether you're trying to get a guy fired because you
I'm a fat bald Iranian. That's true.
make your pretzel fast enough.
But what is that your business? You had no business going to the racetrack and interviewing people that don't know me.
I made it my business, bitch.
That guy in the day shift because I made sure he don't work nights no more because he almost got beat up that night. The night that I went there and said, here I am, I'm not hiding. The same night you and Sofo pulled in with a van and pulled out.
You didn't do that, Tony. There was no, is he serious right now? Tony, you never went to racetrack while I was in that area on that first trip and said, here I am, come find me. That never happened. You hid the entire fucking time.
Out with the van. Yeah.
Whatever it is.
Yeah, really, Mouse.
Okay.
You didn't want. You guys did. You guys ran away because you were far away enough. When you pulled in with that van, I was in the middle of the gas pumps. I saw you pull in. I turned. You stopped. Sopo stopped. You were sitting.
Just so everybody knows, and look at his face. Tell me he's not high. Look at his fucking eyes. I know you guys already know this, but hey, let's just in case. I would never, if I was anywhere near SoFlo in a car, I'd be running him over or shooting at him. Okay. I hate SoFlo probably more than I hate you, Tony. Probably more. If you two were standing next to each other and I had only one bullet, I would use it for SoFlo. Okay. There's no scenario in which that would have ever happened that we pulled up in a racetrack together. You are so fucking stupid and such a lying cocksucker. Okay. And I was staying in Fort fucking Myers. By the time you're talking about this happening, if you were even at racetrack, I was probably live from Fort Myers.
In the passenger seat, I really couldn't make yous out, but I went straight to my car, opened the door, reached in. You guys took off like a bat out of hell. You didn't want me to ID both yous together because that would have blew it up for yous. You're not
now tomorrow he'll be glazing Tony SoFlo. Is he serious when every day he's talking about Tony SoFlo like they're fucking brothers from another mother? And now, but me and SoFlo pulled up on him. Okay,
Mick, you're not fucking with Mick. I'm telling you right now. You were with SoFlo the whole fucking time.
Yeah, definitely.
All right. The whole time. You think SoFlo went to Naples while you're in Fort Myers, 60 miles up the road, and couldn't go? Come on. Both of you are fucking lame.
No, thank you for pointing out that he's a pussy. Yeah, that's what he did. I was in Fort Myers and he went to Naples and then said, come meet me. By the way, I'm not going to fight you. I'm going to have this random stranger fight you. Yes. It goes to show you're both cowards. Jules, I heard Jules and them were talking about. They're right. You guys both got punked when I was there. Both of you.
Wants you there because you constantly cause problems.
Sabrina Merrick with another super chat. $2. Pizza is the Energizer Bunny of stupid. He is, Sabrina, and thank you so much for the $2. This show is going great, man. I am so fucking happy. You have no idea.
You had to be banned from Dollar General. You got banned from Publix. I mean, this is humiliating, guys.
Look, he's not denying it.
I'm not banned from Publix.
Yes, you. Oh my God, Tony, you're the one that told us that. Fred,
I'm not banned from Publix, and I never got.
Fred told me too, I believe, but he told me that you got banned from Publix, Dollar General, and somewhere else, I believe. But you admitted, you said you got banned from those places.
I got banned from Dollar General. When did I get banned from Dollar General?
Ask Fred and yourself, by the way, because you've said this before.
If God forbid anything ever happened to me, and that's an expression, I don't believe in God. Anything ever happened to me, and I suffered a brain injury or something, even then...
30 likes.
Thank you for the $10, sir. Thank you very, very much.
I had no
39 fucking people.
It says no
Smash
shout.
the like button.
It says no shout out, so I will not shout it out. Thank you, though.
Subscribe.
But then if I got banned from even one store, I'd be like, okay, I can't be around here anymore. This is humiliating. Not only am I panhandling, but people want me. They don't want me here to the point where they're actually making it, a situation where I'll be trespassed if I fucking show up to their.
See,
I couldn't imagine. Tony, I would leave the state if that ever happened to me. I swear to God, man. I was a cocaine addict and alcoholic on and off for like 20 something years. Never did I get banned from a store, or trespassed, or kicked out of a bar or restaurant or anything. Never.
I don't panhandle in my area. So he's saying that I'm getting trespassed for panhandling in my area. This jerk-off lives in Pennsylvania. He don't know what the fuck he's talking about. He's making shit up. Every day he makes shit up. And his imagination, and he gets feedback from all those little twat waffles and fucking pillheads, and they all get together and give him ideas and send him ideas on what to say. Never once did I panhandle in Charlotte County. Never once. So I'm not getting trespassed from any place except for the places that...
You realize he's lying through his fucking teeth right now. I mean, you're telling me Englewood is not part of Charlotte County? Okay.
I went live from doing my content, and these scum
Loveless, what's he doing right now? Am I hallucinating? Is this actually happening?
eggs had to call up and harass the businesses to the point where they call the cops and tell me to get off the property. I'm trespassed because of them, not because of me. All right, and that's all getting investigated. Every business is going to get investigated. They're all going to say, yeah, that bald guy was here. Yeah, he was talking.
Okay, so now you did get trespassed from places, but it's my fault. It's not yours. Yeah, got it.
About him. Yeah, he was calling him a meth head. Yeah, listen, all calculated. He went to all the spots he knows him and his people harassed. Bottom line.
Tony, you're out of your fucking mind. I never personally ever called a business of any kind about you. Not once, not ever.
He's burying himself every time he opens his mouth. I love this. I love this.
You just like that I'm talking about you, fruitcake. That's all you
Their parking lot. Forget about their store. He has no shame whatsoever. I've always asked people, I've been in situations where I've seen people in living situations, in relationships where they're not wanted. They're obviously not wanted.
Oh, this is going to trigger him too. Watch.
You know what I mean? But they'll stay because they're desperate or because they don't care that they're not wanted. Like Tony. Tony will impose himself on his mother constantly, even though she doesn't want him around. And
where does he come off saying this? I impose on my mother even though she doesn't want me around. I'm the first one she calls when you jerk-offs bother her.
Yeah, well, Tony, who else is she going to call? It's about you. She calls you because you're the reason. What the fuck does it? So she loves and adores you. Yeah. You don't realize that? Are you seriously asking the question? Why does she call me every time you guys bother her? Because if anybody bothers her, it's because of you dildo. Who's she going to fucking call? Alex? Monica? Why?
I'm the first one she calls if she's got any problems. You understand that?
Oh, now it's if she's got any problem. You are the problem. Tony, keep acting like we haven't all heard the phone call where she said the only thing that has scared her is you saying, you either telling her other people are coming to hurt her or just the very idea of you hurting her.
I'm the first one. My brother's too busy. You
junkies
are so involved in your own obsession with me, with your lies about me.
Yeah, sure.
That you got to keep repeating the same narrative over and over and over again to people. Anybody who believes and listens to a guy who's a drug addict in Pennsylvania, a habitual gambler, a woman abuser.
So I'm none of those things. You just say it.
A child abuser.
Not that either.
And a dog abuser.
Not that there's no proof of any of this, but it's not you. It's not you that beats the fucking dog. That's the dog abuser. It's me, the one that nobody has any reason to believe would ever abuse a dog. I'm the dog abuser. Got it. Just making sure. Trying to keep track of everything, Tony.
And hangs out at a skate park with little teenagers.
Or I go there by myself and skate. Could be that.
Okay. You got issues. If you believe this guy, you got issues. Because, A, I come from royalty. He comes from shit, okay? He's jealous of my royalty, and he is shit. Just because I don't have what I should have.
Is he serious? Royalty? The white trash Caruana's royalty.
At the moment, because everything I had been taken from.
By the way, Pete, I found out your brother isn't even a fucking pastor, so even your mother's a liar. He's an administrative assistant at that fucking church. He's not even a fucking pastor.
From me by government and people that I trusted, okay? Because I never kept nothing in my name.
Yeah, because he was a big-time mafioso, yeah. Tony, you see how, isn't it funny? It's just like Ray Mundy. With Tony, there's always a reason why you can't find proof. Oh, I had this, I had that, I had homes, I had businesses, but you'll never be able to find it because it wasn't in my name. Yeah, it's just like we can't find videos because your channels got taken down and this and that. There's all these things that have happened. There's just no proof because this happened or that happened. I understand. It's like Ray Mundy when they asked him about his DD-214. Oh, it got burned up in a fire. Yeah, of course it did.
My mistake.
Like
My mistake. And I never got
I'm sure you
tell my story.
couldn't get a copy of your DD214.
So I'm going to save all that for later because this guy don't know my story. All right. Him and his buddies harassed my mother late night on a phone call. A lonely widow at 75 years.
All right, Loveless, let's admit it. Me, you, and Joey Dimes, we get together and harass his mother late at night, especially tonight. It's Friday. Wait till you see what's going to happen tonight, Pete. It's going to be crazy.
Old, trying to go to sleep.
Loveless, you're on your way over, right? I just want to make sure.
They called her phone and said, if you don't talk to us, we're coming over there. And she got scared. And
Yes,
you can hear the duress in her voice. Right? She was just, blah, 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 blah. She just wanted to get rid of them. And she was agreeing.
Do you hear that, Tony? I'll play the call right now. That's not true. Not even close. She was having a nice, calm, pleasant conversation until SoFlo scared the dog shit out of her, and then she cried hysterically at the thought of you hurting her. His mother filed an RO on him. She dropped it, but she did file one. Anyone else's mom have to file an RO against their own son? Now, I would kill myself if there was ever a situation where that had to happen. Even if I was majorly under the influence or something. Never. Royalty. Yeah. Forgot his crown.
Taken from me by government and people that I trusted. Okay? Because I never kept nothing in my name. My mistake. And I never got to tell my story, so I'm going to save all that for later because this guy don't know my story. All right? Him and his buddies harassed my mother late night on a phone call. A lonely widow.
Well, this guy knows that you don't have a story.
75 years old, trying to go to sleep. They called her phone and said, if you don't talk to us, we're coming over there. And she got scared, and you can hear the duress in her voice. Right?
Except you heard the entire phone call from beginning to end, even before the call started, and none of that happened. So, yeah, if you just want to forget that none of that happened, then, yeah, you could definitely believe it did. Warrior Racing, $4.99, fake priest, fake Gambino enforcer, runs in the family. He runs from confrontations. Yeah, 100%. He certainly does. Thank you, Warrior Racing. You're the man, bro. Fake Gambino enforcer, 5 years on YouTube, and he's never got the chance to tell his story. It's been 5 years, just no time for that. It's because of good old FBS fucking with him, A drug addict, a child abuser, a dog abuser, an android, a wizard from the Emerald Forest, a ghost in the attic, a smurf, a vampire, a werewolf hybrid, all those things. Yes. Yes, without a doubt, George. Every single fucking one is him. Yep. Absolutely.
She was just, blah, 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 blah. She just wanted to get rid of them. And she was agreeing with them. And she was going along with them just to get rid of them. And then when they said
she wasn't going along with it, Tony, she was telling us shit we had no idea about.
That they recorded her and they were going to play it, she had a meltdown, almost had a heart attack. All right?
Why, Tony? Why? Why did she have a meltdown? Why? Do I have to play it, Tony? Don't make me play it because that shit makes me sad. Why did she have a meltdown? Because Tony notified her that she's being recorded, or because she said she'd rather somebody come there and shoot her than you find out that she had a conversation with us. So again, you'll bring up the fact that, yeah, she cried and probably did almost have a heart attack. You forget the fact, though, that it's only out of fear of you finding out, not any fear of us. You whatever you did to your mother in her life, she's so terrified that she'd rather be shot than have you find out she did something you wouldn't like. What a scumbag.
Mother aged a lot faster, and her health problems got a lot harder for her during this last 5 years because of these scumbags.
Oh my God. His mother aged prematurely because of mob tubers. That's unbelievable. I didn't even know that was a fucking thing. Wow. Oh my God. Guys, you believe it? This is a new thing we found out. This is scientific shit we're learning here. So it could, Tony, let me ask you something. Could it be because of you? Could she be aging the way she is because of what you put her through her entire life? Probably not, right? It's definitely us. Okay. So let's say it's us. Would we have any interest in bothering your fucking mother? Would we even know about her? Would we even know how to bother her if you weren't on here every single fucking day attacking people's families? Guys, he's fucking delusional. If I ever say again, I don't know if he's crazy or not, you should put me in a straitjacket and lock me in a fucking funny farm. He is out of his ever-loving fucking mind. The denial and everything. I mean, he decides as he goes he decides who to assign blame to, I should say, and it's never him, even though it's always him. If you're on YouTube and people are being bothered because of your presence on YouTube, it's your fault. That's it.
Now her health is getting better, and they're still trying to.
That happens a lot. Yeah, 75-year-old women. She was 76 at the time. She her health definitely went downhill. Well, you said for 5 years. So for 5 years, her health definitely went downhill. And at 80, it's improving, even though this is still going on. And if anything, according to you, it's only gotten worse. This makes sense.
Fuck with her. And she's not having it.
Cured her dementia too, I guess, right?
Having it. She's not having it. Yous ain't getting in between me and my family ever again. Ever again. The shit you guys caused me and my family, yeah, bravo, jerk off. Come on down.
Oh, look, he's tough now. Oh shit, Tony. The funniest part about this is, according to you, I'm the cause of all your problems. I even made your mother age early, but nothing. When I was right there, within minutes of you, in your own fucking town, you did nothing. You did nothing. Could you imagine? Holy shit. Tony, you called my mother once in the middle of the night, and I still want to kill you for that. Okay? You're claiming I caused you all this agita, and even your mother, I caused your mother's dying because of me, according to you. And when I came there, you ran like a little bitch. Holy shit, Tony.
Has to know that in some way. Okay. I always told people, listen, if you're not wanted, what are you doing there? You know, you don't feel like shit about that. You don't feel like shit about, say somebody let you live with them, and now you've just way overstayed your welcome, and they can't.
First of all, if my mother didn't want anything to do with me, all right? If she wanted me, listen.
Look, he's trying to make it up. It's going to take him a minute.
For example, before YouTube, I'm going to say back in I forgot what date it was, but they showed the paperwork.
Hey, Jane.
Because they played with it. Mike Slick and Muscle
Mouse
played with the paperwork. My sister
is
started a bullshit thing with my parents, saying the stuff that this guy's saying, right? Oh,
according to Tony, yes, there's a whole task force on it. Yep.
If he wanted to live there, he could, and you can't do nothing about it because that's his address. And my stepfather got nervous.
Hold on. Let me hear this bullshit story again. Wait.
That's his address. Before YouTube. I'm going to say back in I forgot what date it was, but they showed the paperwork because they played with it. Mike Slick and Muscle played with the paperwork.
What paperwork is this?
My sister started a bullshit thing with my parents, saying the stuff that this guy's saying, right? Oh, if he wanted to live there, he could, and you can't do nothing about it because that's his address.
What?
And my stepfather got nervous. And I wasn't there for the conversation, so I can only assume that my sister made them think that I had plans on moving in there without discussing it with them, like they had no choice. I wasn't there for the conversation. I can't put words in her mouth. But I know it was my
I'm
sister
sure you will at some point.
who told them he can live there without you. You don't need your permission. That's his house.
Tony, that is not true. Even if you're, that's the address you use for mail and for your license and stuff. You're not living in the home. Now, there are situations where, like squatters' rights, like if you've been living there more than 30 days, for example, they can't just kick you out. They have to evict you in a court process. But there's no such thing as because you use an address for a mailing address that you can move in whenever the fuck you want. That's not even a thing, bro. What is he talking about?
With that, I got a phone call from my mother.
You soda, yeah.
I want you to come get your stuff out of the house. I said, why? Is it bothering you? And she said, I just want you to get all that stuff out of the room. And I said, that's my room. When it's not taking up much.
That's my room, mommy. Why do I have to get my stuff out of there?
Space. Why? I mean, I'm in New York. And my mother's calling me from Florida saying, I want you to come get that stuff out. I had important shit there that was worth money. And I left it there so it don't get ruined in the trunk of my car or get stolen. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me right now, Ma? And she's like, you got to get it out of the house. We want it out of the house. So I drove all the way to fucking Florida. I got there. I knocked on the door. I went inside. I got all my stuff. I was pissed off. And I said, now you're dead to me.
Sounds about right.
And I walked away from her. I went, put my stuff in my car, and I drove back to New York.
Now, I don't know what paperwork he's talking about documenting this, but I would love to have it if anybody does.
3 days later, I got a call from the sheriff. Anthony. Yeah, who's this? This is the sheriff.
He lost it, George. He was working on a boat or some shit like that. He's a hardworking man. Or maybe he was wiping his ass in a public toilet stall and the fucking thing fell off. Something like that.
A different sheriff than there is now. I don't want to get in. Now, this is respect. I don't want to get in between you and your family. I'm only doing my job. But I need you to come down and sign these papers. I said, what papers? He goes, your mother put a stay away order. A stay away order? Yeah. She said that you threatened her life. I said, I didn't threaten.
Tony, I guarantee your mom did not just make that up. You threatened her life.
Her life?
You threaten you threaten everybody's life. You've threatened like cashiers' lives. You went on rants day after day about killing your own brother.
Was she nuts? And I told him exactly what happened. I said, this is I told my mother she's dead to me. She heard you're dead. That's all she heard.
Just because that's what you really said.
You're dead. So with that, she thought I said you're dead, and she got scared.
Why, Tony? If I ever said that to my mother when I was like drunk or something, I guarantee she wouldn't try to get a restraining order on me because she knows I'd never hurt her.
Now, she took out an order of protection and a stay away order. I told the cop, listen, I'm in New York. I'm not even down there. Oh, then don't worry about it. Have a great day. I'm sorry I bothered you. I said, bro, trust me. She misunderstood me. I said, you're dead to me. I explained the whole thing that she made me go all the way down there to pick up my shit and leave. So I never once had the idea to go infringe on my stepfather and my mother and their 3-bedroom condo.
Infringe.
So,
Jesus.
I wouldn't want to live with them. at my age. I don't want to live with my mother now.
Sorry to hear that, Matt.
That's why I'm in my car. I thought about living with my mother 5 years ago before these jerk-offs started harassing her.
Yeah, for real.
Sending the cops to the house, saying that I'm abusing my mother. See, he's painting the picture that I abused my mother.
You did.
I don't abuse my mother. He brought up the thing the other day when
Gambino enforcer, yeah, and he brags about the fact that she bought a gun because she's afraid of him.
he said my mother's got a gun, and that I said the gun was because of me. Yeah, my mother bought a gun to shoot me in case I went after her husband. Okay?
Oh, sure, Tony. Her husband, even in his old age, probably would have beat the brakes off of you. No man is afraid of you. No man.
Not because she wanted to shoot me because I'm going after her. She was afraid for her husband's life because me and him went at it so many fucking times.
Bullshit.
That the last time I almost killed him. Okay? And she went out and got a gun because she loves her husband. So she was going to protect her husband and shoot me if that ever went down again, which it never did. I felt terrible that I almost killed him that one time. Okay? So, because I was never a gangster with a gangster's fucking attitude. You know what I mean? Like, according to the FPS, I was never nobody.
You weren't ever anybody. Never.
According to FPS, that I was in the streets since I was 13. According to FPS,
No. FBS never said you were in the streets, period. You were on the streets. Like you slept in the streets means like you were a street guy. You were involved in shit, street shit. You were never in the streets. You were on the street. You slept on them, Tony. That's it.
Never had a business, a bar, a building.
Never had. Show us proof of any of it, Tony. Any of it.
A pizzeria, a fiance, a house,
two fiance, please.
Cars, a shit ton of. Trust me, this jerk off is delusional. When I tell you he's delusional,
What's funny is they fucked with me about a DJ business, even though I showed pictures of me DJing and everything. And finally, when I found my 1099s, I showed those, and they're boom, proof I had a DJ business. But Tony, with you, there's never. Isn't it amazing? There's never proof of any of this stuff you claim.
Delusional. Okay, so he takes a story and turns it into my mother bought a gun because I abused her. No, I never abused my mother, ever. All right? Me and my mother always been tight, but she chose her husband over me. She chose her husband over me when I was.
I wonder why.
13 years old, and I walked away at 13 years old, and I made my way.
If I was your mother, I'd choose a fucking bumblebee over you. You fucking worthless. Fucking loser.
In the life from 13 to 35. 13 to 35, I made my way in through life, in the life. And
yeah, it's like the Bloods and Crips. He was in the life since he was 13. Even though, Tony, by the way, we'll say this again, your own mother said it, you didn't run away till you were 16.
Do I regret it? Yeah. Yeah, I do regret it because I never thought that the life would end up the way it did. But I saw the light in 1997 when I got picked up, when I took a bullet to the head.
Oh,
see that bullet?
God. Oh, my God.
Look, right there, FBS. Yeah, that didn't get there by itself, jerk off. See, he can't verify anything I'm saying because I'm not a Wikipedia. I did things alone. I didn't involve other people in my crimes. I never got caught. The few times that I did get caught was because of somebody else's big mouth and being set up by rats. But, again, this jerk off has 5,000 pages of me from the FBI, but there's nothing on the 5,000 pages. He just has 5,000 empty pages that he claims he has. But, you know what I mean? Like,
all right, that's enough. Now we're getting into just boring Tony story time. All right, guys, I'm fucking starving. I got to get going. Let me just read. He never had any of those things. He's the delusional one, of course. Not one receipt, never. In the video, the mother said, "Don't say anything. I'm afraid of him." Did she really? What do you mean? I don't remember that. I don't sound sick. But doesn't this moron sound like a jaded lover? I think he secretly wanted to pork his mom. LOL, dude. Oh my God. Yeah. Something weird. No doubt. CM and Slick showed the paperwork where Pizza Mom filed for the RO, but never went to court. Oh, okay. I remember seeing it. All he has is lies. Yeah, wait, now it's 13. Last week he was a Colombo at age 12. I thought it was 9 last week. Armand, his story becomes more elaborate right after he just called you the delusional. I know. Good to see you, Armand. There's really something wrong with him. There is. All right, guys, I got to get going. I am starving. But thank you guys so much for everything, man. I just thought this would be a regular Friday. I'd come on here and make $13 or something. Great fucking night. I appreciate you so fucking much. And I actually had fun doing this show. I had a lot of fun. So I will be on in the morning as usual. And until then, guys, I love you all. Have a good Friday night. Salute.